Night City is a dumpster fire. It burns each and every day, sinking lower, its ashes rising in heaps around its perimeter. The people you are about to witness are survivors. Desperate, everyone. This is their story. Welcome back to the dark future. Level 3 encryption check. Pass. Transmission capabilities online.
This is Unit Sierra. We have taken casualties. Enemies fleeing. We are regrouping before proceeding into the city. Targets are driving a modified Thornton van, model unknown. Paint dark blue to black. Place APB with NCPD. We'll find these assholes. Over and out.
Oh boy, everyone, welcome back. It's me, and as you can see, we have a crew over here. We've got a couple of faces that you might recognize, a couple you don't, but the ones you do, you've noticed they have this shiny, new, flashy, very cool look, and that is why I came straight to this screen this week, rather than greeting you as I normally would with just my face. So, as per usual, we have everyone here, despite the fact that we lost a couple of people last week in horrendous machine gun fire, and yeah, but we carry on as we do. So, hello everybody, welcome chat. It's good to have everyone here with us. So the snazzy, shiny, flashy, animated new artwork on 3 of the 4 characters. Ironically, all of this was done by Bill. Bill is as it turns out very good at this, and has offered his services to the crew to make shiny new avatars. So we do not need to use as much accursed AI artwork. So to Bill, I say first, massively, thank you, good sir, for your services, for your artwork. This is so huge. I appreciate you deeply, my friend.
Oh no, it was my pleasure. I had a great time. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bill, of course, the irony here is Bill, the only one he has not finished yet is his own character, but we have yet to meet them. So he picked something that was equally fitting for this week, in keeping with the stupid rat with the nice big ODST helmet on. We'll learn why that's appropriate for the character he'll be playing. But yeah, welcome back, guys. I hope everyone's off to at least a half decent start this week, as the year 2026 rolls on. How is everyone doing in the crew this week?
Man, I lost half my crew. Once in a cryo bag. We're living La Vida Loca.
If I had a soundboard, my leg.
My legs.
Yeah. So we've arrived at a fun moment in every campaign we do in this series, which is the moment where a good chunk of the people in it die. So we got here a little earlier than we have it in a while. Season 1 had a bit of a bloodbath early on. Season 3, it's shaping up to do something kind of similar. So firstly, let's go to the two edge runners that are still alive. So Nyla, you are currently driving like a madman off the beaten path on the Badlands, praying the suspension in this lovely vehicle does not give out. Thankfully, it seems to be made of sterner stuff than that. I believe in the intro I mentioned it was a Thornton van. I'd forgotten you guys stole a military car last time. You stole one of these.
Yes, we did.
Machine gun equipped APCs. So I will say we will amend that in the intro because I somehow foolishly forgot that you guys had done something very risky. But with that said, you carry into the desert. I'm gonna open the session today with Nyla. Would you roll me a concentration check?
Yay!
Okay, not the worst, not the best, but not the worst. So you feel around the edge of your mind the very loud voices, the sounds of gunfire and screaming from nearly 20 years back at this point. And it's all coming right back to the surface. That fucking awful day when you lost most of the people that you care about. And here we are again. You're driving an APC hard through the Badlands, only a few dozen miles north of the place that this last happened. And you are glancing in the mirrors of this vehicle, I imagine, just checking relentlessly for whatever tale, forcing these voices and images out of your mind. And you're doing that with a degree of practiced competence. This is not the first time you've had a little swell of PTSD. This is, however, the closest you've ever gotten to recreating that scene from several years ago.
Yeah.
So as you carry on through the desert here, how are you routing yourself, I suppose, toward getting out of this?
Well, in terms of the mental, right? I think honestly, I'm gonna have a harder time really getting my bearings unless I find some way to ground myself. And so, in spite of everything, I look at the passenger seat and I will see Stitches, and then look behind me and see Scrappy in the cryo bag. And at least this time, I saved someone.
You saved someone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leg's broken, but try to just ground myself that way.
Yep.
And in terms of routing myself, we need shelter and we need to ditch this vehicle.
Okay. So, in regards to that, Roll me an intelligence check, because I do not believe your local expert extends out here to the Badlands.
No, it would not.
Yeah. I should mention,
You know, that's...
you do have your Enyo back, because it is the start of a new session.
No, this is not. This is not Whiskey's thing.
Yeah. So you are looking for any indication of safety. The one surefire, well-known little safe house along the route behind you is the place that this all started. So you are now currently driving out into the desert just beyond Night City. Of course, floating there on your, it would be on your right side as you're driving out into the desert here. You can see the shining buildings off on the horizon there that are just now beginning to catch those first glittering rays of sunrise. The hollow projections still streaming brighter than the sun itself across the tops of those buildings. Somewhere there, you know, there is safety, if not between here and there. But that's a good 20 or 30 miles at this point to get back there through mostly open, desolate, high desert.
Yeah. Now, the good news is in terms of sleep, I took Surge.
Probably the best decision you've made in a while.
Yeah. As for the car, well, how's the car doing?
So this vehicle is, I believe, if I'm remembering right, we had a grenade thrown into this one. So it's not looking great. You can definitely feel that like grinding of the engine, feel the kick that kind of shudders a little bit. It's not good. This thing's not in great condition. It's possible to get it to limp back to the city, but you know, if anyone from Dhafoor finds you, if anyone with a degree of competence or a desire to do harm to you finds you, this vehicle will not survive the conflict, most likely.
Yeah. Is there... Then let me ask this. Along the road, is there any place that I can duck into and kind of park the car where it's not going to be super visible?
Roll me an education check, because this goes beyond local expert. This is mostly, do you know about anything that might be helpful here? Okay. So, regrettably, because you think, like, at the edge of your mind, you know, you used to do training for this all the time several decades ago, right? Bailout points, little settlements that you could duck into, places that you could stash or ditch and run if things got too hot. And somehow right now your brain is screaming between the surge, the voices, and the adrenaline. All of that is just so loud. It's so hard in this moment to remember any of it or how it may have changed in the last 15 years.
Is there a place where I can stay in the vehicle and that looks out of sight rather than ditch it?
So, in other words, doing something like running to like a rocky outcrop or something like that in the vehicle, and then like laying low.
Laying low, exactly.
For this one, roll me perception, because this is more like analyzing your immediate surroundings. Okay. So you glance around, because you're longer form knowledge failing you, your understanding of the environment you're in failing you, surely there's something nearby. And so as you glance around, you see it there. It's still a short drive from where you currently are, but it's a whole lot closer than Night City. You see this small assemblage of bluffs that seem to have some rocky formation, probably 20 or 30 meters tall, that if you nestle yourself between, would make your vehicle much harder to spot. Now, the burning engine that you have, of course, is going to probably be throwing a little bit of smoke, but that probably can't be helped. The reality is you need to get out of the line of sight and see what can be done to deal with the problem in front of you, one thing at a time.
Because I have a plan.
Oh, good. I love plans. So yeah, but you do see this collection of rocky outcrops, essentially, that have a space between them just large enough for you to kind of wedge the car in and cut it off visually from most of the surrounding environment.
Yeah. So I'm going to duck into there. Turn off the car. Turn the ignition off, and I'm going to go fetch the cryo bag with Scrappy. All right, now I do have like the energy to do treatment, but I think the main thing that's going to be the problem is if we are found. So we do not have time for a treatment. So we got to do some good old-fashioned field medicine.
Oh boy.
All right, we're going to time to triage these broken legs.
All right.
Because I need my tech.
Beautiful. So, roll me. Oh my God. Robert, thank you for the gift sub, my dude. I appreciate you. So for that, let's see, because I actually need to analyze real quick. What does a broken leg critical injury need to be stabilized? We are looking at... That is a paramedic DV13 in order to quick fix and keep it stable.
Okay.
So yeah, this will take a couple minutes, essentially like splint up the legs, but you'll be able to do that here.
Just don't fail me now. And he failed me now. Can I spend a point of luck?
You can and reattempt, absolutely.
Are you shitting me? Okay. Hey, Scrappy. While you're frozen, asking Robert, do you mind if your legs are broken while you fix the car?
A look of despair and distraught and pain on a frozen face gives you no response.
All right, well, let's try the other leg. Are you fucking kidding? Dude, that's crazy. Okay, you know what?
To make the answer simple, Nyla, I, as the player, will accept the fact that Scrappy will have 2 broken legs.
Okay. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, it's through the adrenaline, the trembling of your hands, like you know you need a steady hand to get this all to apply correctly, and yet you just find you cannot ward this off. You're not used to be fair, it's been a long while since you've needed to use surge like this. Like this is a rare and deeply unfortunate circumstance you find yourself in right now.
Yep. All right, Scrappy. Like even before she like deactivates the cryo pump, she's just gonna say, "Sorry, Scrap," and they're just gonna flip the switch off and unfreeze Scrappy.
Yep. So Scrappy, you slowly regain consciousness and just feel that lancing pain through your legs as you come back to here in the back of this APC that Whiskey has stolen.
Scrap, you with me?
Fuck you.
I'm laughing as the player. This is not Whiskey laughing.
It's more beautiful words I've never heard. Fuck you. Oh, yep, there it is. She's alive.
I'm like, I'm more like, as the player, how do I say, hey, look, I know your legs are broken, but I need you to fix the car.
Why is our van bigger than before?
Okay.
This isn't our van, is it?
Nope, and it is smoking in the engine. So I'll tell you what, I really need you. I know
Is that
it
Stitches up
hurts.
front?
Just don't look at him. Look at me. 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 I need you to
slap him.
I need you to. I understand you're upset, and it's just gonna take it on the chin and just be like, that's a very fair reaction to being unfrozen. But I need you to fix the damn car.
And I need you to come back to your senses, soldier.
Do you want to live?
I will fix the damn car if you can take a breather for 2 minutes.
I will take a breather while you fix the car.
Yeah, and it's like, it's only maybe now that you truly become aware of exactly how bad your hands and like your arms are shaking, your voice is quivering. Like, the adrenaline's a hell of a drug, and you maybe didn't grant yourself enough of that like perspective. It's only when Scrappy says this that you really become aware of it and like take a breath, and slowly those trembles start to like die back. So
All right.
Scrappy, you want to patch up an APC?
First things first, though. In probably about 10 seconds, a roll of duct tape comes out of a carry-all bag and fucking tapes my legs into like a straight splint. Like, all right.
Do you have a paramedic skill at all? No, you don't. Damn.
No, it's the comical. I'm just taping my legs together so that way they don't fumble around on top of each other.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, it's not a paramedic thing at all. I'm not trying to fix myself.
I was just gonna say, because I could have tried to chalk it to a splint, but yeah, you ain't got that. All right.
No.
So you, stabilize your legs as best you can. Essentially, it's still agony to try and put any weight on them, but you manage. Because I assume, Whiskey, you're helping Scrappy work her way around to the front of the car where she can access the engine bay and everything, right?
Yeah. Basically, like, putting her arm over my shoulder and kind of carrying her over.
Beautiful.
And then, yeah.
Okay. So then, Scrappy, if you could just roll me a land vehicle tech with your field expertise, that would be incredible.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
There we go. I thought it was going to be another one, and I was going to be like, not like this. Please. Neon Inferno Season 3 needs to be more than 4 episodes, please.
So as I'm laying underneath the APC, trying to fix the transmission first.
Yep.
It like taking the lockpick cyberfinger that I have to sit there and like dig and twist, and it's just God dang it! I wish I had a blowtorch.
Yeah. So I mean, it's painstaking. Like, this takes far longer than you feel comfortable with, and I know, Whiskey, probably you are constantly looking over your shoulder, just waiting for that crawl of vehicles to come away from the motel. But for a mercy, you don't hear any movement toward your location. For now, it seems you've avoided the worst of it. Scrappy, you take your time working your way into the transmission first, and then find at the front the coolant lines have been blown, probably by a grenade. I'm not gonna point fingers, but that's probably the dead guy in the front of the car that did that. The other thing you're noticing is that there are, several different issues with the axles and some of the control arms that manipulate the front wheels on this thing. This is going to take longer than you have now to realistically get this thing in pristine order, but getting it back into a state of relative workability is doable. Effectively, you're able to give this thing, in game terms, another 10 SDP before this thing takes off again. But yeah, there's a reality here, there's only so much you can do here with the limited tools available to you with a group of mercenaries looking for this vehicle.
And while I'm going through and like tapping the control arms and stuff like that to try and get them into a solid place, I would like to roll conceal reveal to try and see if I could find any trackers of any kind.
Ooh, smart. Roll it.
Yikes.
Okay, so you start looking through the various components as you either work your way past them to get to the critical things you need to repair, or indeed even just digging into the things that require repair in the first place here. You start manipulating the various components in an effort to decipher if there are any trackers that can be immediately located. This very cursory glance through the innards of the vehicle that you are driving or repairing in this instance. Give me one moment. My wife was just like, I need to figure out food. But as you're doing this, you begin to look through trying to find any trackers. There's a big part of you that knows mostly these are going to be deeper in the electrical side of this. All the same, you look. Sadly, you don't seem to find any on the components that you have time to touch on at this point.
As expected.
Yep.
And I will roll out from underneath the engine bay and go, all right, they probably know where we are, but at least this kid won't fall apart.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw whiskey, private. Attention.
All right, now you're just being patronizing.
Yeah, no. This is how Scrappy is when she's absolutely annoyed. Trying to get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Look, dear. Scoot stitches into the back of the car. And while you're rolling us to wherever you're gonna try and stash away this thing, I'll take a look through whatever available systems are left in one piece to see if I can make sure that we're not found as quickly.
Okay.
Thank you, Whiskey, for getting me out of there at least.
Yeah, don't mention it. Could I also before that conceal reveal, could I try to assist Scrappy using tactics by pointing out where a tracker would be in an armored military vehicle?
Tactics likely won't cut it. You could always use things like electronic security tech if you have it, or land vehicle tech to kind of try and support the other role, or education. But tactics is more battlefield tactics. It's going to more be like movements of people than placement of things like this in a vehicle, like a highly technical system.
Got it.
Like you could try to roll for tactical Overwatch if that's what you're trying to do. Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, then roll me against DV15 for that.
Come on. Hello?
Hello?
Is this
It's glitched.
this thing on?
Not even 10 minutes into the session.
This is, I don't know what this is. I feel like this is, if it's an issue with my computer, I don't know. But I have a feeling it's an issue with Foundry. Let's try that again. There it is.
Damn.
Unfortunately, it only meets.
Damn.
And neither of the other rolls I saw come out would have beaten that, so unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
You're shaking.
I tried.
You're shaking. In that, though, because as you begin to kind of like look out and keep an eye on things, you've kind of found yourself between these outcrops. It's almost like a short canyon, right? That you've kind of found your way into as you're buying yourself a little time. As you try to direct Scrappy into the various housings or other places that she might be able to, with relative ease, access and search for any trackers that might be on this vehicle, you glance up and you see a figure standing at the mouth of this canyon where you have driven in.
Oh, fuck. Who's this jackass?
So for now, though, it's one. Their general appearance does not look like, because they're kind of silhouetted by the rising sun, but they don't appear to be wearing the heavy military outfit that the Dhafoor soldiers you were fighting earlier had. So on one hand, this is not, at least to your understanding in this moment, an outright enemy. And it doesn't look like they've drawn any weapons on you to threaten you with, from, again, just their silhouette. If you want to try and look closer at them kind of through the glare, you can roll perception for me. But just on an outward glance, you don't seem to see anything that would suggest any intent of harm. So on a 21, you look a little closer, kind of narrowing your vision, shielding your eyes from the rising sun. And you bring into clarity for yourself just a little more fine detail of this figure staring you down. On their top, they seem to be wearing a relatively nondescript sort of graphic tee that has some kind of symbol or sigil printed onto it. Over top this, around their shoulders, they seem to be wearing some kind of, you're not sure if it's some kind of jacket that's had the sleeves cut mostly off, or some kind of a cloak, but they seem to have like a hood and then a short set of sleeves that kind of run down into a almost like a billowing kind of sheet or cape behind them. Below that, they seem to be wearing some weathered jeans. You could see holstered at their side is a pistol, but it seems like a very odd combination of clothing, because the jeans definitely look like something a nomad would wear. The boots this person has on seem to be something a nomad would wear. But everything from the waist up seems to suggest like someone who came out of the city. And as far as you could tell, it seems very much that they are alone here.
Well, they've caught us at a bad time. Whomever they are.
Yeah.
If they make our bad time even worse, we can at least try.
This day keeps getting better and better. Yeah. Scrap, you want to go back in the cryo bag, or?
Nope, I'm awake, but I'm grumpy. I need to point my violence at stuff.
All right. You and those 2 arms and not much else.
Apparently the flesh is weak. It'll be replaced by other things soon enough.
All right. Well, if they're interested, they'll come down here. But
Yeah.
for now, let's hang in the car.
When they see you two chatter, you just hear echoing down the canyon, "Hey, are you guys okay? You look like you've had a rough go of it."
You could say that. We're friends, I think. Unless you want to, like, harvest my organs.
So the figure slowly starts to walk toward you.
Yeah.
Still not drawing their weapon or anything like that, but very much like taking cautious steps, keeping their hands kind of elevated. I know this might be a little hard to believe, but think I recognize the 2 of you.
Oh, fuck.
Shotgun lands a thud on the dashboard. Like, you do the talking. I'd be swearing at them right now, please.
Yeah, can I see them in, like, the rear view mirror?
So if you're, because did you, I maybe missed that. Did you climb back into the car?
Yeah. Like, we're trying to just get back in, kind of thing.
Yeah, you can see them in the rear view. And they are just walking, 1 foot in front of the other very slowly toward the vehicle. Hands still very much up in the air. Kind of communicating a lack of intent to do anything serious here.
And they said they recognize us. Do I recognize them?
Roll me a concentration. Let's see if you've seen them before.
Don't fail me now. Okay.
So you look at the image of this person that very slowly as they approach, that glare is getting less and less obscuring of their figure and the finer details. And as they approach, you look to their face. You see some EM threading kind of pouring out from the edges of their eyes down their cheeks. And you do not recognize this face. However, importantly, Robert, I'm going to have you roll me a perception check because you also can see them in the rear view.
Yay, out of -2 because I am hurt.
You are in pain. Yes, this is true.
You and me both, Chief.
You may be suffering slightly. However, this little detail, especially as that glare fades back here, and you are like fixated on them because you're like, this day is already bad. This day is bad. So as you begin to look at this person approaching you, you begin to notice something actually. You're not sure if it's a pin, patch, or other kind of embroidery, but on the upper part of this like half cloak that they seem to be wearing, you do recognize a symbol. And it's the same rainbow flag that you saw signing that one email to Flenser, the one that says you're dreaming, you need to wake up.
Whiskey, call me crazy. I want you to carry me out of the car over to that person.
All right. You're not gonna kill me, right?
I sure fucking hope not.
I'm trusting you. All right, and I'll carry Scrap over.
Yeah. So as you kind of slowly work your way over toward them, they say, so no one's gonna draw a gun or anything sharp, right? Like, we're all friends here?
Right now I need a friend and not a gun, and I think you're the same.
I don't know about you, but until you tell me exactly how you recognize me, my finger is going to be next to this trigger.
That's understandable based on what I know about you. To be clear, I don't think we've met. My name is Un. I'm really just a friend. And it's just through the grapevine, I've happened to see images of you. Did you get our message?
Now that I think about it, you probably messaged the original owner of that account. But Flenzer's long been pasted.
No,
I just...
The message got to who? The message got to you, yes?
I found it on a old tower PC of a Maelstrom gonk.
Good.
How is this? Did the Jode send you? Is Bubbles messing with me again?
Something like that. Bottom line, I'm a friend. And I happen to know that if we don't start moving soon, we're all going to die a horrible, gruesome death at the hand of several machine guns. Thankfully, I know a way back into the city. And if you take me with you, I can show you the back roads. I promise. I mean you no harm. I want you both out of this. There's some others that you still need to meet.
Oh, my fucking hero. All right,
No,
I don't...
I have no obligations here, Miamor. Just get him in the car and put me back in the bag. I can't take my legs anymore.
Yeah, all right. Back into the cryo bag you go. Official.
Yeah, and with the crackling of cryogenic fluid flooding the bag, Scrappy once again returns to a state of unconsciousness. All right.
All right.
Beautiful. So Un steps into the front of the car with you. And just says, by the way, just so that we're on a know each other kind of basis here, you're whiskey, right?
Yeah. Who told you that?
Like I said, through the grapevine, I've got friends, lots of friends, and they want to be your friend too. That's why I'm here.
That's comforting. That's nice to know. Well, I am glad to have people who don't want to shoot me. That is all I can hope for right now.
Yeah. So, what you're gonna do, and they start describing a route to kind of lead deeper into kind of this rocky set of outcroppings here that kind of lead out back behind them and start kind of zigzagging a rough way toward the southern part of the city, all the way down near Rancho Coronado. And as they begin describing this, are you going to begin to kind of follow them as far as the directions they're giving?
Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. I am happy to receive direction / help.
All right.
Oh, don't mind the corpse in the back, by the way.
I'm sorry I was held up.
What do you mean?
Well, if I had gotten here a little sooner, he might still be breathing, and I take responsibility for that as much as I can. None of you were supposed to be here.
What do you know about Lilith?
Huh.
She's the one who sent us on this job. You work for
Yeah.
her?
No. I wouldn't be caught dead working for a bitch like that.
Should have listened to my fucking gut.
Yeah, well, here we are now.
Alas.
Take this left. And they point up as you begin to merge back up into the city proper. So with that, you begin to find your way back down from kind of this upper cliffside and slowly kind of start zigzagging down toward the kind of lower flats here of the Jackson Plains and begin to wind your way toward the half-developed sprawl that is the Rancho Coronado of 2063. Not this district just north of your token here, by the way. This is a lying Rancho Coronado. The real Rancho Coronado is over here. So, as you begin finding your way down toward the highway, Un keeps giving you directions, slowly meandering your way through a couple more dirt trails and eventually merging back on to the 101 here, and then slowly working your way down toward the Rancho Coronado, and off in the distance, the glittering half-built Pacifica. And so as this occurs, let's talk about some people we have yet to meet. Let's start with me bringing a certain friend into the mix here. Tomo, you get a message across your holophone. And it simply reads, "He's dead."
Fuck.
You know he owed, like, a lot of money to the nation, right?
Yeah, but dead men don't exactly keep their debts. Who are they going to pass it on to?
Well, I mean, I'm sure every one of us is going to have to work about 5 times harder than we did previously. But Deadweight said he'd be contacting you shortly. Seemed, angry is putting it mildly. Proper fucking pissed off would be the way that I would probably put it. The kind that, he wants to throw something nice and heavy through one of the windows.
To be fair, I'm pretty pissed off too. I guess I should check in.
Just be careful. You know how he gets when this sort of thing happens.
I'll be fine. And then, I'll go and check in with him.
Beautiful.
See what he wants.
So, for your knowledge, Deadweight is this, he would call himself a fixer, probably. But like his handle kind of suggests, there's been a lot of times where he's made bad bets, bad gambles on the wrong kinds of people, lent lots more money than he really should have to the kinds of people like your good friend, who, as you've just learned, is no longer breathing. So as you begin to kind of make your way down, I should describe, you find yourself on this small salvage vessel. Small is maybe a bit of an understatement. It's like a moderate size vessel. It's got a couple of crew cabins, and currently it's kind of moored maybe half a mile off the coast of Night City, still close enough to kind of receive the intermittent transmissions of the city's network via long-range communications balloons that tend to fly pretty readily on the craft. Deadweight, of course, is the one who is the captain, if we can call him that, of this lovely craft, rusted and decrepit as it is. So as you make your way up toward the helm of the craft, through the door you hear, fuck, that's 90,000 heads, fuck! And he very much does not sound like he is having a good day.
Yeah, that's why I kind of said, fair, I'd be pretty upset too. So, well, besides losing your biggest debtor, what's up, boss?
What's up is I'm 90K in the fucking hole, and any day now, they're gonna be back. They're gonna want that fucking... Okay. Give me one of those bottles. And he points up to his shelf that's just off to his left. And you see an assemblage of random liquors, a good third of which are rums, both synthetic and otherwise, a couple of whiskeys, and a one or two bottles of things that are just a tad more exotic.
I'm gonna grab one of the bottles and I'll pop the top for him and take a swig before I hand it, because I assume there won't be an opportunity to ask for it back.
Yeah, no. So you take that swig and you could just see his gaze just glowering in your direction as you do that. But he'll just take the bottle, snatching out of your hand, and then take a couple of good swigs out of it, before finally setting it down hard in front of him on the old scratched wooden table that exists here. And he says, that kid, he said he had a job. He said thousands of eds lined up, and he was telling me he had it figured the fuck out. But here whatever he had, I need someone to go fucking mainland and collect.
Alright, I'll see what he had on him. I'm guessing by the way it sounds, he probably didn't get that big paycheck. If I know anything about Night City, if he thought he had a big paycheck coming, that probably is why we had that message coming.
Fuck my luck. God damn it. You knew him best. If he had any hidey holes, little niches, places he'd sneak and ferret away anything, you find it, you bring it back to me. No stops in between. We clear?
As crystal.
Alright, go. I need to get fucking wasted. And he takes the bottle again and just starts swigging it back.
Yep. I'll go out and I imagine there are like little boats that we use to like break off from the main boat and go to the mainland.
Yeah, little motorized boats. Basically the refabbed lifeboats that are held on hand for such an occasion. But you currently are moored a short distance to the west of the what is quickly becoming known as the Arasaka waterfront, thanks to the fact that the corporate HQ of this lovely corporation has been built there. But it sits kind of at the northern edge of Little China. So that is probably where you're going to end up landing when you get to the other side here.
And then I guess it's straight to his old haunts. Because... I guess that would be the first thing that I need to ping. Oh, whoever was letting me know that Deadweight actually wanted to see me, probably let them know that I was actually leaving and say, hey, or actually I'd have to send it back to Deadweight because he'd probably be the one that Stitches reported to. Did he ever say who he was getting this big paying job from? It's probably a good place to start.
Some bitch in the inner city calling herself Lilith.
Great name for a demon bitch. Alright, I'll check it out.
Beautiful. So Tomo, I'm going to put your token on the board now. Awesome. Very cool. So from once you do land, and this is going to take probably like a good 30-40 minutes between getting everything set up and actually cruising over, you make your way back to the coastline of the city here, to the Arasaka waterfront. As you land, you can see rising from the edge of not a like long decrepit or anything kind of district of the city, but a weathered one. The buildings that were new 15 or so years ago, many of them haven't seen much of a facelift or really any kind of TLC. They're worn with smoke stains, the streaks of acid rain that have come down on them throughout the last decade and a half. And somewhere in the midst of all that, though, you see rising this multi-story skyscraper, this onyx tower that seems to rise larger than life. The uppermost sections of which are still being worked on, judging from the presence of several large drones that seem to be kind of hovering around, carrying large packages of construction material, beams of metal, but all the same, this thing sits in stark contrast to the waterfront around it, which is just a bunch of old warehouses, tenement buildings, things like that, that are almost to the point of falling apart. So as you dock the boat, moor it up, you can see at the end of the pier that you find yourself now docked in are the usual suspects, several other people who are part of your family. Among them is one nasty piece of work in particular, a guy who goes by the name Snaggletooth. So named because he's got one good tooth left after God even knows how long it's been since he's seen anyone. And he refuses to go to a Ripper because, as he would say, it makes me look tough. So, there you have it. You see him, though, surrounded by two of his usual chooms, kind of hanging by the pier. It's not exactly clear why they're here. They just seem to be talking amongst themselves. But that's what you see kind of as you come up to this waterfront here.
Honestly, I feel like they're just gonna be giving me shit. I kind of just want to nod and roll on.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because like he was saying, oh, they're gonna come back at whoever he was being like a third party, like creditor for, is probably also pissed. And if I can skirt them, like I'm gonna give them the nod, like I acknowledge their existence, but I'm not gonna walk up and like directly interact with them.
Yeah, right. And you just see Snaggletooth with his one good tooth still just give you a gummy grin with the one tooth just kind of bearing its way out at you. And you can just hear your name murmured a little between them, nested in between what else you don't really catch. It's just as you're kind of hitting the edge of earshot with them. But you find your way over to the streets that service the docks here. And from there, I assume you're going to just catch a cab.
I
What do you want to do?
Well, I don't know if he has any pocket change or if they just sent him to the island with nothing. Because I didn't have anything to start. It all depends on like how opening lifestyle counts, I guess. Because if it would be there for a lifestyle, then yeah, I'd probably take a cab. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just sent him there.
Yeah. It's something where... Oh yeah, because you ain't got anything for Eddie's, do you?
No, it's literally zilch. That's why I imagine like he grabbed his gear and they pretty much just sent him off the boat. They didn't give him any extra supplies.
No, because of course, why would a greedy asshole like Deadweight do that?
He just lost 90. In his eyes, he just lost 90,000 eds. Why would he be fronting anything to go retrieve what little might be there?
Right, exactly. So you just slowly start making your way out toward the, the end cart's still there, and the end cart is something you keep a beaten up old pass in your carry-all just in case you need to come to the city like this. So while it's a bit of a walk, eventually you will make it there.
Hell yeah.
So as you do that, let's come to the next of our new characters. Knight, you find yourself receiving a message on your holophone. And the initial message just reads, "You're receiving a communication from a prisoner at the Night City Penitentiary. To accept this message at the charge of 5 eddies, please respond 1. If you would like to decline this, please respond 2.
Oh my god. He'll press 1.
Beautiful. So yeah, and you just watch as 5 eddies get drafted out of your account.
God damn it.
Yeah. Well, welcome to how they nickel and dime you in this city. And so you get a message from a woman who you hadn't been in touch with for some time. She just messages you saying, "Knight, you remember Ark, right?"
And this is like a video call kind of dealio, right?
This is it's more or less, it's an open chat room. So it's like you messaging back and forth in real time.
Gotcha. He'll nod.
Yeah. She says, well, I just got a message. Apparently he did something really, really stupid. The warden said he tangled up with some Dhafoor mercenaries in the Badlands this morning, and well, they're looking for his crew now. I don't obviously have much to pay you with, but right now we're in talks to reduce my sentence. If you could try to do what you can. I don't have anything to pay you with, but I want to know why. Why did he do this? And I know you knew him well enough that maybe you would have an idea of where to begin looking, the right people to ask. Maybe some of the people that he was involved with who knew him when he died.
Knight will he'll type in the chat, I suppose. He'll type out I'll see what I can do.
And she just kind of responds with, all right, when I get out, I'll be in touch. Good luck.
He'll nod and then hang up.
Yeah, and then you just get that automated. This communication has been disconnected. Thank you for your time working with one of our inmates today and making their day a little brighter. And just the NCPD logo just kind of stamped on top of that.
Yep. All right, he'll begin investigating that. He'll start looking into whatever he can find.
Beautiful. So are you gonna start looking on like the are you gonna start looking on like the data pool? How do you want to, I guess, begin investigating this?
Sure. Data pool is definitely a great start.
Okay, cool. Roll me a library search.
You got it. Let me find it because I'm blonde. Library. There she was. No, that's the flex fruit. There it is. Ka-chow. Ka-chow.
Hey, that's pretty good. Especially for having that low of a base. Holy shit.
Cool.
So you begin kind of looking up what you can, because it's been a while since you and Ark talked, right? In the time since you have kind of fallen out of contact with him, taken a couple of contracts, he's been busy. The woman you were just talking to, his girlfriend, seems to have been imprisoned along with, from what the screams are reading, several of his very close family members in a what appears to have been a sting that was anonymously tipped off to by the NCPD. So the NCPD took all of them, they threw them in prison, and from what it looks like, and from what you know of the man that supposedly now has died, he was ambitious. You kind of start doing the calculus in your mind here as you start kind of seeing the list of everyone that got implicated. and you kind of come to the realization pretty quickly here. This would have left him kind of the guy in charge of pretty much the whole operation. A little bit of digging through that rabbit hole, and you find that there were several businesses that Ark, through his family, owned in the Japantown district of the city. Mostly out of Mega Building H8.
Okay, that sounds like a lead. I think we'll head to Mega Building H8.
Beautiful.
Start getting some clue.
Let me drag your token onto the page. Welcome, Knight. So, I should ask this, actually. And this will be both for Knight and for Tomo. Knight, when you aren't, investigating things, which part of the city do you call home?
That's an amazing question.
I try to ask those.
Yeah. Let's do... He's probably going to hang out in a combat zone in some kind of abandoned kind of shelter.
Okay. So, maybe... Because Little China is a combat zone. And it would not be particularly far away. So, there is Mega Building H10. Which is, just another local mega building here. There are some smaller apartment complexes and stuff that would, by and large, they're basically just converted motels. But there's the Shady Mushroom apartments. And they have this cute little pop art nuclear fireball on the signage. And they are just south of the actual NID here. Kind of at the edge of Little China and Kabuki.
Yeah. Let's do that one.
Would that one work? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Let me get Shady Mushroom Apartments noted in here real quick. Just so that we have that. And then Tomo, when you are not out on the salvage rigs and stuff like that your Nomad Nation owns, where in the city do you typically call home, or at the very least have somewhere that you kind of hang out and potentially have a bed to use?
See, I imagine they do a lot of business on the waterfront, but in terms of actually going more mainland for either a raid or actual train, I bet you would be more in the area of Little China.
Little China. Okay, so you would be there too. Awesome. And would it be something like Shady Mushroom Apartments that you would live in, or would it be the mega building?
Whichever is closer to the coastline. Because I imagine you come in off of stuff, a lot of experience talking to people toward the waterfront, but actually living and dogging up and people getting off, it'd be living somewhere in this general area. So where the actual streets? Yeah, between California Ave and Ellison Street. If there's anything that exists between those borders.
Yeah, give me just a moment here. I was just finishing putting Shady Mushroom Apartments together over there. So you're looking at...
It's somewhere in this box, if you can see the box that I'm drawing. I don't know if you can see the highlight box.
Yeah. I can't see highlight boxes, but somewhere right in like yeah.
Yeah, because I imagine like this area over here would be where they'd come to port, and like everybody hops off for like the like shore leave type of docking, not like business dealing docking like at the waterfront.
Yeah, no, fair. Yeah, no. So there are so honestly, this whole part of the district in Little China is a sprawl of buildings. There aren't a lot of apartments left here. Most of them have been converted over into either businesses or have just been like pretty much completely abandoned. Or they are things like love hotels, cube hotels, things like that. So, mostly businesses. Mostly businesses are short-term living. The real residential areas are pretty much all, if we're looking at kind of the west side of the district there, most of that has been subsumed by Mega Building H10. As it's been built out and more residential area have been built within that. The area to the west here has by and large been just kind of slowly relegated into businesses or abandoned.
That would make sense too, wouldn't it? Because it's where Stitches was based up when he came to live on the mainland. So
yeah,
it suggests like similar routes. That's kind of where they go on the mainland. They just stay in the mega building.
Fair enough. All right. Cool. So yeah, I needed that established so that I knew where we're starting from here. Cool. So Knights, you make your way over to Mega Building H8 and find your way into the kind of the main public business area within the Mega Building. And all around you are various noodle bars, a couple of different shops ranging from fashion to guns to certain like movie theaters, things like that. This is a small city within a city, just like pretty much every mega building. But you find your way kind of through this vertical sprawl of storefronts over to a small area at the edge of the building that looks more like a Ripper's office than it does the thing that you know it to be, which is a hideout, a front for the mafia family that Ark was part of.
Interesting. I suppose I'll still enter. Or yeah.
Yeah.
Still enter.
So you walk in and roll me a perception check as you do.
Oh shit. We're perceiving. Let's do it. Ka-chow. Oh, I don't perceive a damn thing.
Oh boy. Yep, you are not seeing a whole lot. So 2 seconds, guys. I just need to send this real quick. You don't see or hear a whole lot. But what you do hear very faintly in the back of everything here behind a locked door with an electronic lock alongside it. You hear what almost sounds like frantic boxes being moved and things being repositioned. It's uncertain exactly what's happened, but no one out here in the lobby is greeting you. It doesn't seem like anyone's coming through that door.
I mean, I feel like my character's been here before. He can kind of walk in like he owns the place a bit. He's just going to go straight back.
So this electronic lock does not seem to open for you. It doesn't seem to recognize whatever your biometrics or things like that are. They've changed it.
Oh, I suppose that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Okay, I suppose that's fair. We'll knock.
Yeah. And as you do, you hear the click of an intercom open just above that keypad to the left of the door. And you just hear, we don't want any right now. We're just, it's a busy day, okay? Scram, get out of here.
I'll just stick my character's head into the view of whatever the camera is.
There's
or
like a little
looking at him.
lens. Yeah.
And then they should know what to do.
Fuck. All right. Fine. And you just hear the of a buzzer going off before the door unlocks.
Yeah, he'll walk right in.
Yeah, and so you just kind of calmly stride in. Back here is chaos. It's now much easier, obviously, with that heavy door moved away. To hear the scramble of people shuffling products into boxes. Over the din of sound, you hear the sound of something heavy being dropped, and a couple of curses later. I told you, be fucking careful. This is all the fucking synth we've got. Look, move it. Get it down to the fucking garage. And this appears to be a very bad day. Whatever has happened here, it seems they also got the memo that their leader might have gotten horribly killed.
All right. I'll approach the loudest one and try to get some answers.
Beautiful. Let me see, what time are we at right now? All right, we're still a little early in the episode. I just need to take a call real quick. So guys, we are going to take like a 5-minute break. So cast, if you need any kind of water, anyone watching, if you need any water, now's a great time to do that. But we will be right back. Hi everyone, Editor Emmerron here. Do you need a new RTG book that is Talsorian games for you uninitiated folk, such as Cyberpunk Red, Shadow Scar, which is going to have its core rulebook releasing quite soon, or quite possibly in the very near future, Fossilized Violence? Well, you've come to the right place. You've found a deal. My code Emmerron at checkout at talsorianstore.com will get you 10% off and get me a small kickback. So both of us get to win. You get a deal on things you love. I get a little money and the channel is supported, and it goes a long way. So I would greatly appreciate it. All that said, back to the video. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for that brief break. I needed to call my wife because food is coming, and there have been some things that she needed to discuss with me. So, thank you all for giving me that moment. Anyway, back to where we found ourselves. Knight, you were wandering through the offices of ARC here, trying to find your way to something regarding an answer of like what's going on. So you wanted essentially to find your way in front of whomever could maybe answer the most about this.
Yes.
Okay. So there is, after a little bit of kind of the walking through the chaos of the this base of operations getting seemingly like they're looking to empty it out. But you eventually find your way back to his office, where there is a man with a cyber arm and he's feeding documents through it, and you're just seeing shreds of paper fall out underneath. This, aptly named, is Shredder. So this guy, is someone that you've maybe dealt with once or twice before. This is kind of one of the chief forgery guys within the operation over here. He's also one responsible for burying the past when it starts to leak out. And so he seems to be rifling through Ark's drawers and things like that, and like taking anything that needs to be shredded and destroyed, and doing exactly that with these things. So as you walk in, he glances up. Jesus fuck, if you're here. Ugh. He's really dead, isn't he?
Yeah, Knight will nod.
God damn it. I'd hope that it was an exaggeration, but you know, got jobs to do, and he sinks another ream of paper through the shredder in his arm. So anyway, why are you here looking for a dead guy?
Knight will look around for a pen and paper.
Yeah, and there's a pad and a couple of pens next to it on the desk that Shredder is standing next to here.
Awesome. All right. What the first thing that Knight will write down is pretty much the question, like, what happened?
Well, I mean, from the way that some of the guys were talking, Ark had this kid with him, right? Been working in the op for a while, ran some of our smuggling ops, got the cars ready to go, and said he was taking him out with him on this gig, right? Something about big score on a convoy coming into the city, skull heads, all that nonsense. Given that neither of them have come back yet, and the day is not getting any younger, and he looks at his wrist, and and you see a set of LEDs light up along his skin. That's it's been 2-3 hours since we got the first reports from some of our people on the inside at the NCPD. So yeah, things are gonna move quick. So we're getting the fuck out of here. We're burning everything, shuffling what we can into bins, and moving to greener pastures, where we don't get flatlined by gonks, wearing badges, flashy ass street punk wear, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. Knight will write down who took him out, because I know Knight would know that Ark was pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, and he says, you ain't listening. I said the skull heads, you know, big dudes, skulls on their fucking Dhafoor or some shit. Them African mercs came out here like, I don't know what, 10 years ago? Flattened the whole fucking rebellion in the city. That shaking around in that skull case of yours?
He specifically like
yeah, right.
Knight shakes his fucking head. He's just trying to go. Okay, he'll write down after just like, you know, scratching his head. Just like, any other info? Question mark.
I mean, the gig, as far as we were told, gig came from some hot fixer in the middle of the city calling herself Lilith. She was the one, according to what I can find, that threw him the deets, sent him on this little goose chase that got him killed. But I ain't got no one in specific. As far as if you're really wanting names, I mean, they're all skull heads. And if our guy on the inside knew more, he would have told us. Believe me.
All right. He Ark just kind of disengages from the conversation. Oh, sorry, I said Ark. Knight just disengages from the conversation, just kind of turns his back and starts investigating anything. He even starts pouring through the papers that he's trying to that Shredder is trying to shred.
Yeah.
And he'll try to
that's sensitive shit right there.
He doesn't listen.
Yeah.
He just keeps going.
Cool. So yeah, the papers are mostly things like records. Like, there still have to be books in criminal organizations, right? Numbers still need to exist. These would be a lot of the transactions that weren't in cooked ledgers for various business fronts and things like that. And you're seeing, like a variety of different like shipments. We're talking chrome that was salvaged off of people that have been flatlined by the criminal enterprise. We're talking a variety of drug shipments to all kinds of fixers throughout the city. And notably, at the end of this page of transactions, there is kind of a strange footnote. It doesn't appear to be a ledger log like the rest of this. It seems rather some kind of a note that kind of got appended onto the otherwise structured cells and things like that on whatever this kind of ledger sheet is. And it just says friends can be hard to find. If you want some, come south. You'll know where to look.
I suppose that is another clue that we will pursue. Oh, I didn't mean to rhyme, but I did. Whatever.
But you did. So, with that said, after you've kind of spent these few moments just kind of glancing through the ledger and kind of seeing what's there, Shredder eventually just snatches it back. I swear to God, some people, and he just drops it into the shredder on his arm. So with that, so Tomo, we come back to you. So you find your way down a little further into Little China toward Mega Building H10. As you make your way into the building, down this sprawling staircase that leads up into the towering mass of the city's oldest mega building, there's a pattern to this, right? Because you live here too. But now you click on a floor several below yours, where you know that Stitches had been living for some time. And you find your way out into the crowded concourse of people moving between shops, talking loudly about whatever was on TV the night before, all the vapid shit. And you kind of slowly make your way through the crowds to the residential block at the edge of the tower. And as you do, you walk into that row, and already lit up above the door that once belonged to Stitches, you see a sign that just says "For Lease" glowing there.
Of course they'd move him out. They'd move him out quick. Gotta keep the heads flowing. And it's like you'd assume, because if he did go there, it would be just to pop in to make sure that like he wasn't just faking his death and going home. But Tomo knows that it was Lilith that gave the gig, so that's where he'd be going in next to check, because he needs to try and figure out. He still imagines that he's KIA, he's probably dead in the middle of the street somewhere, and he just needs to figure out what street did he die in the middle of, and did he still have any of those Eds left over in his pockets.
Yeah. So, you wander in because you're like, this has happened before. Things like this have happened before, and you kind of hoped against hope maybe a little bit your friend would be there, alive. Kind of spitting in the face of all of it. But the For Lease sign says all you need it to. That said, so you're not going to try and enter the apartment forcefully to try and see if there was anything left over?
No, I knew that he was kind of a deadbeat in his own right, and if he did have anything of value, he probably kept it on him anyways.
Fair. Valid. So you turn back around after confirming this is for real. Make your way the short distance down the road to the end cart station. and continue toward the inner city. So, as you do that, well, no, we'll follow you a little longer here because I don't want to leave you on unread for that long. So you find your way down to the kind of center of the city, the corporate plaza that is not yet quite done being built, and find your way to the edge of it, to our lovely club, the Fifth Circle. And at this time of day, early morning like this, club is obviously very closed. That said, there's a couple of those demonic biosculpts standing out front, both of which very visibly have holstered weapons, and they kind of glance at you approaching, and don't seem to say anything while you're just walking up here. They seem to be just kind of figuring out what your deal is. So you're walking up.
Yep. So Tomo will walk up and he'll say, "I'm here for business, not a drink. Is Lilith in?"
Lilith is a little preoccupied right now. Apparently some biz went the wrong way.
Yeah, I'd say there's pretty good odds that's part of the business that I'm here on. So I'm sure if you ring her and let her know I'm linked, she'll tell you to open up for me.
Roll me a persuasion check. Because I don't think these guys have ever seen you here before.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not at all. That's why he's just random man walking up like, no,
Yeah.
I'm part of this. We've all got shit to do. Just
I'm
call
on
your
the-
boss, let her know.
I'm on the list, Doomba. It's like, I promise, it's fine.
See?
Yeah.
The dice agree.
The dice agree indeed. So they, one of them kind of leans over and you just hear, yeah, Lilith, got a guy here, says it's about the biz you're looking into. No, he's not a badge. No. Looks like that street kid that you were fucking with earlier. Yeah, the one that... All right, yeah. Says you can go down. VIP area.
He's just gonna kind of nod as he walks by.
Yeah, and so you walk into the descending staircase here, down into the black and red kind of interior, smelling slightly of sulfur. Whether thematic or just bad air conditioning, you're not sure, but you make your way in through kind of this front area where one of the bars in here is located, deeper past a dance floor and a second bar, till eventually you make your way to a door clearly marked VIP with another one of those demonic bodyguards standing out in front of it. And this one does not challenge your right to be there. They simply open the door and move aside to let you pass.
I'll give them a nod too and walk in.
So as you walk in, you walk into an area with a low couch, low table, private bar, and a couple of other kind of lounge seats scattered around the room. At the center of this low couch, you see presumably the woman you've come here to see. Demonic woman, long kind of horns grafted onto her, business attire that seems ruffled and rumpled like it was hastily put on this morning, and a scattering of different documents, as well as a couple of different data shards in front of her. In the corner of the room, you see a apparent netrunner looking on kind of vacantly as data seems to scroll by on a set of data visors that they're wearing. And the woman, as you kind of walk into the room here, looks up from what she's working on She says, all right, you've got about 5 seconds before Stolas over there fries your fucking noggin. Who the fuck are you?
Well, you can call me Tomo. I knew Stitches pretty well, and I heard you knew him pretty well, at least well enough to know about the debt that he had hanging over him.
Let me guess, you work for Deadweight?
Bingo. So what I want to know, did any of his crew make it out of that you can throw me their lines? Do you know where they were setting up for that gig so I can go try and recover whatever's left on him to scav? Because at this point, I've got a really pissed off Deadweight, and by the time I get back there, he'll probably already be through the liquor he still had up in his cabin.
God damn it. I'm filing through all of it as quick as I can right now. There's, it's ugly. They fucked up something royal. Really kicked the fucking hornet's nest. There's a couple of bits of drone footage I got sent by the NCPD a short while ago. It looks like 2 of his chooms managed to make it out. Conveniently, it seems he jumped in with them before his untimely passing. So, at least there's that. But, yeah, from what I hear, everything went very south, very fast. And I'm trying to scavenge what little I can to keep my skin from getting caught in the middle of this.
And Tomo's gonna start moving towards the door. Well, that usually happens when you give some synthed out board head fucking dreams of an actual payday. Now, if you can just fling me, sounds like 2 of them are still alive. I'm sure you know who they are. Fling me their deets. I'm gonna start heading up. I'm sure I can find on the screens if they're already getting drone footage and shit coming out. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out, at least in their general direction.
Sounded like they were headed south, so if you're gonna catch one of the trains, I'd recommend getting one heading that way.
Thanks.
And so you receive a couple of contacts for a nomad tech named Scrappy, as well as a solo named Whiskey, along with like a brief kind of dossier on each of them. Not a lot of detail, but just enough to kind of give you a sense that you're dealing with a nomad tech and a vet of the conflicts in 2045 that kind of fell off the grid afterward. So capable people. Not surprising they'd break out of something like that, but in with all that, there's also some footage of an APC driving away, and you could see there, in the midst of all of this, is one dead mafioso with a similarly decked out looking tech of his lying together in the middle of this tangle of mercenary outfit bodies, and a small decrepit motel that looks to be, from the image, starting to catch fire from something. So roll me a perception check as you kind of look over all of this.
Let's see what I can do.
Okay. So as you look over the footage a little closer, kind of zooming in on the footage in front of you, you find a few frames where the kind of side window of the car is visible. And there you could see kind of limply twisted over in one of the back seats is Stitches. That final nail in the coffin. That guy is dead. There's no doubt in your mind with how he's laying there.
Well, at least he didn't die in the street.
There is that.
Yeah, I guess from there, head out, start taking that end cart south, and I would try and probably call Whiskey, because I imagine the vet coming out of that situation would probably be the only one willing to actually just talk.
Beautiful. So you guys, so as we shift the perspective now over to Whiskey and the still unconscious Scrappy. Un is in the front of the car, kind of directing you through a few tangled streets here of haphazardly built buildings, consistent mostly of old construction container, and some of the low levels of a variety of casinos, hotels, those sorts of things. As you find your way here, Un leads you down a narrow alleyway, and there, positioned just above one of these doors, heavy metal, is the same flickering symbol that appears on their chest, on this jacket. And they look back and just say, it's up to you whether you want to come inside or not, but I'd recommend ditching this as soon as you can.
So where's here exactly?
Like I said, friends.
Oh, okay. Let's go in.
It's just as you begin to get out of the car, you get a call coming in on your holophone from an unknown number that shows a face that in one way looks vaguely similar to Stitch's. It's got some of that same look to it, that image that first appears. But it's clearly not him.
Against my better judgment. This is Whiskey.
Good, so she didn't give me a fucked up number. I am looking for Stitches.
Well, if you're looking for him alive, you're kind of SOL.
Yeah, I kind of heard about that part, but
yeah,
just finding him will have to do.
All right, now I get to ask questions. Who are you?
Tomo, we kind of grew up together. Well, me and Stitches.
Family friend or some shit?
Pretty much. Shithead left the boat to try and work off his dad's debt, and wouldn't you know, within the first few weeks, ends up getting fucking iced, thinking that he finally found the big score to actually pay it off.
Yeah, well, my condolences. Your tomb has bit the dust. Didn't have the time to do a burial. So, I can leave the body somewhere. You know, whatever you want. Kind of in hot water.
Well, I mean, I kind of got the aerial footage of what went down from the bitch that gave you the gig. So, I saw him dip into the car with you guys. If you guys still have him with him, I'm already on the end cart now and headed south. I could try and meet you anywhere.
Now this is above table. I'm like, this dude has led us to this. There's this random guy who just called me, and I could lead him to this other random guy's place of friends.
Yep.
You know?
You're following one guy home as you're going, where are we? The friends. And another guy randomly calls you, who are you? Friend.
Well, listen, Chumba, I've already had one person come out of the waterworks and claimed friend, and now you're here claiming family friend of my dead Chum. Why don't I leave give me some assurance that you're who you say you are. You understand?
All right. You still have that little mouse that he always kept around with Jerry or some shit? It's always hanging out in his jacket.
Before I go to where Un is, I'll go reach into the jacket.
Yeah, and you see this little mouse just scurry up your arm and like look around for something, like namely looking at your fingers, like you're supposed to have something there for him.
Yeah. All right, Chum. So you're not bullshitting me. That's good.
The mouse bites your finger.
Yeah. I got shot earlier. I'm like, fucking, of course this would happen. All right. Look, I'll send you the location of your tomb, but I'm gonna need your help kind of finding a place to lay low. Sound like a fair trade?
Fair enough. From what I saw, it looks like you always went through hell.
Yeah. All right. We're in Rancho, right? Or Santo?
Yeah. So you would be in Rancho at the moment, because I believe. Yeah, because I believe. Hold on. Let me just verify with my atlas from the 2040s. Give me my atlas. Where'd I put my atlas? Oh, there it is. It is. Yeah, it's Rancho. Rancho Coronado is the district you're currently in. Yep.
Okay. I'll give him the street name at the very least, and then from there we'll. Because I don't want to give him like, oh, we're in this like random guy's hideout.
Yeah. So you're along. By the time you get in, because I left you guys here, but you guys are actually probably more like here. You're kind of in an alley just between Herbert Hoover and Elizabeth Cress.
Yeah, I'll just say we're on Hoover and Cress. If you know where that is.
Yep, I will ping you when I am getting off the end cart and pulling in close. I'm on foot, so give me a bit.
Yeah, toodles, Jim.
Stay safe, man.
So yeah, you ride the end cart down as far south as to the large sports complex that exists here, kind of at the edge of Pacifica and Rancho. This also is very much still finishing its construction, but it's very near its end. As you pull up, the station lets out pretty much right in front of it. And then the sprawl of both Pacifica and Rancho lie out in front of you here. The various streets that just kind of are a sprawl of luxury resorts mixed in with a bunch of small hovels where the various workers and other residents of the district reside.
Yeah. Oh, who the fuck is Dhafoor anyway? Because I don't think at the time Whiskey would know them.
Roll me a concentration or education check, whichever you would be most.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely concentration.
Yeah, so you rely on your memory a little bit here. Dhafoor is a mercenary outfit that largely entered the city under the premise of quelling violent riots, and even if you believe what N54 would tell you, the early stages of a potential uprising and rebellion by the city's populace after the financial crash of the 2045. Wow. The year that was 2045. The 2040s got real interesting right about there. And the last part of that decade was marked by sparks of violence, little surges that turned into little blossoms of fire and chaos throughout the city. So Dhafoor was the city's attempt to answer that. While they got their financial system unfucked after a netrunner. And it's not entirely agreed whether they were two netrunners working as a team or a netrunner and a rogue AI. Something happened net side that cooked the city and its financial systems. But Dhafoor was the answer to the chaos that caused.
All right, let's get in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yoink Scrappy, and I guess I'll also yoink Stitches.
Yeah, just one over each shoulder.
Yeah, I'll put. I have a carryall. I'll put Stitches in the carryall.
Yeah.
As a makeshift body bag.
Got it. So as you leave the car, now with the car in particular, what are you doing with it exactly? Are you just leaving it out in front of this, or?
I can't rig it to explode.
Nah, you'd need some plastics for that.
Yeah. I guess I'll leave it there and just, have one of Un's friends take care of it.
Okay. And so Un looks at the door really quick and then levels their eye out with some kind of biometric scanner next to it. And the door opens before them. They say, okay, get in.
Hmm.
And so as you all, or as you, Whiskey, accompanied by one dead body and one frozen Choom, wander down the steps into this building, you're greeted by what looks to be a concert venue of some kind. Like a small basement venue. You can see very clearly what appears to be a bar along the back wall. On the stage, there is a drum kit set up with that same logo you saw hovering over the doorway. And a couple other people, none of whom have that same distinctive cloak that Un has, but all of which somewhere on their clothing or a jacket have a patch or a print or something of that same logo. And they all seem to be chattering amongst themselves as you kind of walk through the kind of bottom of the stairs through a door into this space. And they kind of glance over for a moment as you walk in. And as you enter, they all kind of look at each other again briefly. And a few of them begin to walk up. And they say, we're so sorry for what happened.
Spare me the condolences. Just show me a place where I can lay these two.
Yeah, come with me. Name's Ares, by the way. And they lead you into this venue a short ways, down what looks to be kind of a door that would lead into kind of like a maintenance area. But even back here, it looks to be like they've taken the time to make this relatively inhabitable. There's like a small kind of kitchenette kind of jerry-rigged up against one side of the hallway. And just down a short distance further, there's a open room. You can see the walls painted this vibrant green color, within which you can see a couch and a couple of low chairs. And they open that door a little wider for you and like motion for you. You can leave them in here. They'll be taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do so.
Is there anything that I can get you? You need food, something to drink?
You have a medic on site?
I mean, best we got is Aussie, and she's been she's asleep right now. She just got done rendering aid to one of our other members. Gunshots. Things aren't exactly peaceful on this end of the city these days. But I can wake her up.
Nah, it's okay. You got a chair?
Yeah. I mean, there's a few in here if you'd like to stay with your friends. Otherwise, we got plenty of them. Because like when you walked through, there were like a couple of chairs kind of scattered around the area near the stage. So, all
right.
Yeah.
You might want to look away. You might want to look away. This is not going to be pretty. And I'm going to attempt to stabilize myself.
Yeah, and so you like peel up your body armor and then slowly start working on the wounds that you've suffered. And Ares looks for a moment and just kind of like moves away. Unfortunately, that's not enough to stabilize yourself.
I'm gonna spend a point of luck. Dude, it's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen. There we go. There we go. Yay! Yeah, so that first dab with like an alcohol wipe out of a med bag is just, it burns something awful. And this is that first taste of some of that adrenaline coming down. And so after a brief touch, you grit yourself, grit your teeth and begin to wipe down the area before grabbing that suture kit and doing what has to be done.
Passing out for the requisite minute. Waking up, I'm fine.
You don't need to pass out. You weren't in death saves. You just need to patch your wounds.
I thought it was just if you stabilize, period.
No, stabilization from dying, from mortally wounded puts that.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
But not from anything short of that. Yeah. You're good.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, it is that moment of just like you could see like little spots in your vision for a moment when you touch that alcohol wipe down. So it's almost like that. But yeah, then you're able to like grit your teeth, work through it. And yeah, when you get to the other end of that, you can finally,
just the God, Jesus, son of a whore. Fucking Christ.
And Ares, not looking at you, kind of looking down the hall for anyone else that might have been following behind you, says, yep, I know how that feels.
Yeah. I'll also take the time to stabilize Scrappy, just for what it's worth.
Yeah, roll it. Because, the circumstances have changed.
Oh, shit. Dude.
Oh, no.
This is on brand to be on for net right now.
Yeah, true. Do you wanna burn your Inyo for that?
No, I'll try again tomorrow once I rest for a day and come back from seriously wounded.
Valid.
Wake her up from the bag just to try and stabilize. Fucking up good. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. The good thing. Well, it's a good thing you're unconscious.
The good news is, the bag has like little ports for you to like do surgical stuff in the bag to try and stabilize someone before you unfreeze them. So like he wouldn't have to wake Scrappy up for that. Okay. But yeah. So you take this time to take a breather. And it's maybe 20 or 30 minutes pass before Tomo, you arrive at the kind of the crossing described. There's the one complication is, Whiskey described as being at Elizabeth Kress and Herbert Hoover. They are parallel to one another. So you kind of split the difference, and there's like a couple of roads along here that kind of split that east-west, with the north-south. So with that,
I can imagine when I go to cross it, like George Washington, Eisenhower, and Kress, I would see Kress and then see the street sign down there of Hoover and go, well, that doesn't seem quite right. And then ping as I start walking up Kress.
Yeah. And so,
being intentionally vague.
Yeah. Being intentionally vague and nonsensical. So yeah, you throw that ping out, and I assume just kind of message like Whiskey at that point, like, hey, what gives, kind of thing.
No, that would be because I said I would send a ping once I get close anyways, because I knew it would take a minute being on foot. So when I pull up to that street, that would be when I send Whiskey the ping anyways. But now it would also say, hey, so those two streets are kind of side by side. Is there a more definite spot you want me to be?
I'll come outside and meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Whiskey would be like, I'm not going to drag this person who literally just phoned me on my holo into this den of people who just promised me safety.
Yeah.
I gotta vibe check you.
So yeah.
Go outside and meet Tomo.
Yeah. So you wander up, and as you begin to wander out, you notice the car is gone when you get back to the street. In its place seems to be Un, who, judging from the holophone in their hand, they're just kind of scrolling through some things. And then they notice the door open in front of them with you standing there. They say, were you looking to just get some air?
Meeting someone. Hey, do you have some lace?
Lace.
Yeah, lace. Black lace. Opiate.
So the grapevine doesn't really... We don't really use drugs. But there's a couple dealers in the district here that if you really need some, they might be able to get you connected.
Yeah, no, I totally get you. Drugs aren't cool or whatever.
I just love the or whatever. Fuck, I'm just done with this shit.
I've had such a long goddamn day.
To be fair, you signed up for the long day when you injected Surge, so...
Look, the Surge was more to stave off sleep deprivation, not 24 hours from hell. Alright, I'm gonna go find someone. I'm guessing you took care of the car?
Oh yeah, it's and you just hear a from a nearby street. Dealt with.
Like music to my fucking ears. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate you. And thank you for everything, by the way.
Hey, like I said, it's great to meet you.
Yeah. Whiskey. You have a solo in your repertoire of friends. Congratulations.
It's good to have another one. It's been a while since we had someone competent.
Yeah. I'm gonna go, and then I'll go just turn around and go find the weird guy in a gi.
Weird guy in a gi. Oh my god. Because I know that the token shows Tomo being in a gi, but is that what he typically wears?
It's actually pretty close to what I imagined it as, because I actually rolled like full leisure wear set, and I imagine those are pretty fucking comfy.
Yeah, they probably
and
are.
They're like loose fitting athletic wear, and it's like kind of on point. So unless it's cold and he needs a jacket, that it's pretty much true to the token art as his regular fit, except his sleeves are drawn down. But I like the arm showing anyways.
Hell yeah. So
Right.
eventually you see Tomo, you see Whiskey kind of wandering out from one of the nearby alleys here. And go ahead. The two of you kind of lock eyes as you've now found each other in the sprawl of Night City.
Yeah.
I'll give him a whistle and a wave. Guessing by the bullet holes, you're the one I was talking to?
Yeah, that'll be me. So you wanted to see him, right?
Yeah, so you can tell me what the hell happened on the way.
Yeah. Well, it started off with Stitches, actually. Ringed us up. We were on a job previously. We smoked out a maelstrom nest. Did pretty well at that, so, we went to go fry some bigger fish. Then Lilith, in her infinite fucking wisdom, decided to send us into a hornet's nest, 3 armored military convoys owned by Dhafoor. Needless to say, she did not divulge that information with us, or maybe Stitches was too lusting for Eds to really ask about that. So in any case, we end up there and just got ripped to shreds by mil-spec LMGs armed with explosive ammo.
Jesus Christ. Well, it won't make you feel any better because it didn't make me feel any better, but she is having a fucking hell of a day trying to sort out whatever the fuck mess she threw you into and ended up blowing up in her own face. But yeah, Stitches was one of those ones, man. He had a heavy dead. If you flash heads, he jumped.
Yeah. Nah, I should have known better. I had a bad feeling about it, but it's what you get for not trusting your gut. And for what it's worth, in a weird, fucked up way, makes me feel quite a bit better, actually. So, but... Alright, yeah. No, you seem chill. You seem tight. You haven't tried to shoot me yet, so... At this point, you're a friend, so come with me.
Alright, I'll follow along.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my gut has a good feeling about this one, so we're gonna take that first step.
So, as the two of you wander down the alleyway and back towards this mysterious little club that, judging from what Un has said, might be called Grapevine, you're not sure yet. Our camera pans back. Night, you leave Mega Building, or do you leave Mega Building H8, or do you have more things to do here first?
I mean, is there anything else to grab or pick up? Last note I believe we checked was, the Friends one, but I also know that Lilith was involved. So I suppose... I'm pretty sure Lilith isn't going to go anywhere. Yeah, I think I'll follow that that note of okay. Friends.
Interesting. Okay, very cool. So, as you do that, how do you want to kind of pursue that lead? What do you want to utilize to make that happen?
I don't believe I have a ride, so I will huff it on foot, I guess.
There's always the end cart. There's always the end cart.
Yeah, we'll most definitely do the end cart.
Okay, beautiful. So you hop on that end cart, heading south, and you're not really sure how far south you need to go. But you just kind of start riding. And so the nearest train here would be the one, probably the green line would take you about as far south as you can get without kind of swapping trains. Or actually, no, technically that would be the white line. The white line could get you kind of all the way down there. So you hop on the white line, and start heading basically as far south as you can. I am going to roll something here for you really quick because I am more than a little curious to see what we get on this. So, yeah, beautiful. All right, we get a 6. So, so as you kind of sit on the subway and a few exits kind of wind their way by, eventually this kind of nervous looking teen has a handheld holophone out, and they're scrolling back and forth between a couple different things. And they look up at you for a moment, Knight, and they just say, I'm really sorry if this is kind of a strange thing to ask, but like, I've got a date later today, and you seem like a pretty, well put together guy. Which of these is better? And she starts scrolling back and forth between like a very like gothic looking kind of black Urban Flash outfit and like a much brighter like pink pastel Asia pop kind of number, and just like wants to know your opinion on which she should wear.
I immediately look around to make sure I'm not getting like robbed right now.
Roll me a perception check.
Absolutely. I perceive so shit. Let's do it. I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
get robbed. I'm gonna get fucking robbed. Here we go. Okay.
That's a 15. That's
All
honestly
things
not bad. Yeah. Could have been way worse, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
you glance around. You don't see anyone kind of waiting in the wings to steal shit from you. There's a couple of people on the train with you, but most of them look to be... there's one or two that you're guessing look like Tiger Claws, or at least are potentially affiliated with them. And then there's a couple others that are just seem like kind of regular everyday people, maybe commuting to a job. But yeah, kind of glancing around, you don't see anyone that's like waiting in the wings to take anything from you.
Gotcha. Okay, so what's the weather outside?
Let's find out. That's a great question, Bill. I'm so glad you asked. I need Interface Red Volume 2, and I need the Night City weather. Let's see. So we are in May of 2063 right now. So outside today, it is a warm 60-degree Fahrenheit day, and it is currently overcast outside. So it's a kind of one of those like slightly warm, kind of muggy overcast days on the California coast.
Gotcha. He's gonna pick not the black one because that sounds like it'll get really like uncomfortably warm.
It's fair. And so he just points at the Asia Pop one.
Points, yeah, sorry, yeah, he'll point at that.
Yeah.
And then try to look away to not
And
get
she's like, so she looks back at her holophone and says, "Oh, okay, thank you." And she just kind of scurries on down to the end of the car. And you can see her just begin like typing something on the holophone from the looks of it. It's a few more stops, and suddenly someone sits down. Despite there's a fair amount of empty room still in this car. It's not nearly full enough that this should be necessary. But you see a woman sit down next to you. And unlike a fair number of the rest of the people in the city that would normally say something to you verbally first, she signs at you. And
shit.
And so she says, in sign languages, "Are you a friend?"
Knight will reply, depends. Identify yourself.
And she just responds with, "I am a friend." You seem like you could use some.
You'll sign yes. My friend.
and she just nods and signs follow me.
Oh yeah. Knight we'll do that.
Beautiful. So this line runs all the way south until eventually you reach the EBM, or what will become known as the EBM Stadium, still under construction, all the way down in the southern portion of the city at the edge of Pacifica and Rancho Coronado. And as you get off, this woman begins to lead you through the urban sprawl of half-built buildings and small slums, and eventually leads you down toward this alleyway. Tomo and Whiskey, we're back with you guys. You guys find your way down into this small underground bar. Whiskey, I assume you're leading Tomo back toward the green room where you left Stitches. Okay, cool. So you both walk through the open space here, this little concert venue space, back toward this green room. And once you step inside, Tomo, you can very easily make out Stitches, his body lifeless, pale, on the couch here.
First things first, I'm just gonna kind of sigh and start walking ahead of Whiskey. Now that he's gonna sigh and start walking ahead of Whiskey. Now that he's kind of seen Stitches, he's gonna walk up and make sure that his eyes have been closed, and then he's gonna seemingly callously kind of check his pockets.
Yeah.
And find that there's only 10 heads.
Yeah, right? And yeah, so you pull out like a crumpled 10 Eddie note, and it's like, well, shit.
So much for that big score, aren't you? He kind of giggles to himself.
Yeah.
Then, he'd probably collect, or at least try to collect, the sword. I don't know about the board, because I know the sword was like an heirloom thing, so he'd probably take that for... No, he'd try and take the board too, because it's memorabilia. He'd essentially, like, not try and take off his carry-all and rifle through all of his shit, but he would double-check, laugh at the 10 Eddie note, and then try and disarm the sword and board from his back.
And Whiskey, are you at all like stopping any of this or mentioning anything to him about this?
I don't have any reason not to believe any of the things he said. He's his brother, and like, it's either he's taking these things because there's dead, and that I know he mentioned, which I'm like, you know, I mean, Whiskey could take the board, I guess, but not really her style. Or it's a sentimental thing, in which either case, like, she's not gonna step in between it.
Cool. So I will give you the katana there and the hoverboard.
Oh, Choom, by the way, I know we just met and everything, but like, do you have any lace?
Nope, sadly, I am not the type to usually, but you know who was, and he may actually have one in his carry-all, because I can't remember if Ark actually took it for doing the deal, but there was the one lace left over. That may actually still just be on his corpse, so...
It is. It's in his carry-all.
So Tomo would reach back over and pull the carry-all up that he wasn't going to take, rifle through it. Yep, why am I not surprised? And toss Whiskey the vial of black lace that's in there.
Oh, you beautiful sword-wielding hobo, I love you. And fucking eject that shit.
Yeah, oh, beautiful. Roll me 2d6 for humanity loss.
Oh, all right, sweet. Sweet, sweet dissociation.
Yeah, and you kind of just feel the warm sensation of numbness just wash over your body as some of that pain fades back. And I will give you. Let me actually see here real quick.
God, you can't see it, but I did a motion of injecting it into the arm, and it's I hit my fucking forearm so fucking hard. Holy shit! No,
I hate when I do that. That's why usually I go for my chest now, because it's way harder to tap your chest in a way that hurts like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never had this fucking sensation before, and
you probably tapped a nerve.
That's my
Fun fact, this is briefly tangential, but there was a time my dad and my childhood pediatrician, big friends. They were good friends from a really, really early age. And one time I was getting my flu shot in his kitchen, literally. He's like, I can administer it. It's fine. So brings a dose of the flu shot for me and my brother. We do that in his kitchen. And he managed to tap a nerve in my arm. So for the next hour, my whole arm was just surging with this tingling pain because he tapped the nerve. That is a sensation I will never forget. So that's another reason I usually tap my chest rather than my arm. And
So given the pain suppression, I'm going to reattempt the quick fix on.
Yes, you now have better odds thanks to the pain suppression. Congratulations.
Yeah, by the glorious power of drugs.
The sweet, sweet relief of black lace. There we go.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. This is bad.
Oh, baby.
There's stability. That's one leg. Or wait, was the first check to stabilize Scrappy, or was that to stabilize her leg?
So both of those paramedics were to stabilize both her legs.
Got it. Okay, beautiful.
And then I can roll again to stabilize her, period.
Beautiful. Do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. So it's wonderful what fucking heroin will do, apparently.
Nothing like a little bit of black tar in the veins. Oh.
God damn. So, we need to remind everyone, to all people who watch the Unfer, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Bad idea.
Very bad idea.
I'm gonna unfreeze Scrappy and just mention to Tomo. So she might be in shock. Try and act like you're a part of the furniture for a bit.
You're gonna lean back. Tomo leans back up against the wall.
Yeah,
I can do that pretty well.
And I will flip the cryo pump.
So this time, Scrappy, as you come to, instead of that surge of pain, it's that just kind of groggy, slow, peaceful return to consciousness as the warmth of the room begins to roll over your body that just prior to now was cryo chilled. And so as you slowly come to, that pain in your legs still is kind of mildly there, but it's far, far, far diminished from where you were in the earlier part of the day repairing a car in the middle of the Badlands.
Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Why does it smell like unicorn farts and shit?
Come, wakey wakey, scop and bakey. Let's go, come on. We have a new friend. They
have a gun?
I look over at Tomo. Do you have a gun?
Nope.
Oh shit, then why was I scared of you?
Because I have a bow.
Yeah, usually this giant bow.
A very
strung
nice
over his
bow.
back. Yeah.
That's what that was. I was wondering. Oh, okay, yeah.
And Scrappy will roll herself out of the cryo bag,
Yeah.
thinking that her legs are still broken.
E-
Oh,
Easy there. All right, it might be a little tender.
did you hit? Why do you look strung out right now?
Because I've been up for 24 hours. Ignore the empty air hypo on the ground.
Oh, I don't give a shit. And as Scrappy gets herself to stand up, she will actually full on kiss Whiskey for fixing her legs. And then, oh, fucking
Yeah,
chum.
happy to see you too. All right.
Now, answer me honestly, are we dead?
No. And I think that might be for the worse. But we're here. We're alive.
And I repeat, why does it smell like sunshine and rainbows?
Oh, because we're in a, well, I don't know. I think we got saved.
Oh yeah, Un, that guy Un.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a personal question. Where's the kid?
Where's the kid?
The car.
You're not gonna like it.
It's gone, isn't it?
For the good of our safety.
That's fine. That's fine.
We'll get you a new one.
It was more of the armor plating that I wanted.
No, you know. Well, I'll get you a porta burner.
But, all right, you and...
So this is Tomo.
Hi. I'm Scrappy.
Scrappy Tomo, Tomo Scrappy.
Tomo's just gonna give like the 2-finger head bob and kind of salute.
Yeah. So Tomo, what are you, like a cosplayer, or like, what do you do?
Well, it's a lot easier when you're out on the water for a long period of time if you can just get back all of the shit that you shoot. You'd be surprised how easy it is to just tie a rope to the thing and free food while you're out there if you can get lucky enough to find anything swimming.
Oh, what? So you're a fisherman?
Nope.
What's a sea nomad doing this far inland?
Coming after the dead gonk who got you guys in all this mess.
Oh.
Alright. Well, I am going to go talk to Ares and Un, see if get the lay of the land here. I patched up your wounds, Scrappy. You two are free to come with me if you would like, or stay here and rest your bones or bows. You know.
All I know is, Whiskey, once we get back home, you're crashing at my place for a little bit. We have a lot of conversations that need to happen.
Yeah. I don't like conversations. But...
And it's as you guys kind of start moving toward kind of the area just beyond the green room here, where some of the other friends you made are kind of still standing around talking, or working on something. You're not really sure. Like, these guys have seemed to just kind of hang in this area for a long period of time, kind of talking amongst themselves, but not seemingly doing much, which is kind of odd for Night City. Normally there's kind of always something going on, right? this is where you see another one of these people enter with that same rainbow flag draped over this time over a small pin or ornament in her hair. And she is leading into this place. A man who seems to have a large rifle kind of strapped over his back, and is dressed in relatively casual street clothes. Knight, she signals to you as you approach the bottom of this staircase here, and she just says, "Welcome to the Grapevine," in ASL.
Gotcha. This is all very new to Knight over here, so he's just gonna take it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he'll just notice the 3.
Go ahead.
He just looks at, he just takes it all in. I don't think he observes the room and everything. He knows he can't really communicate to them very well.
Okay. So does Whiskey see them doing, like, signing?
Yes. Yeah. As they walk into the room, this is when she turns around and signs to him.
ASL. Okay.
So, I suppose Knight would notice Whiskey as just like another kind of, soldier-esque military. Tries to do like some military hand signs to see.
How is my ASL?
It would be a language skill. It would be a language skill. So if you don't have language ASL, you don't know a whole lot of that. You could roll.
Attempt an int?
You could roll intelligence. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, why not? I don't know.
Not very good. Not very good. Some of the military hand signs you kind of grasp. They're, because those are more for communicating positioning and stuff like that. There's not a lot of nuance to them, right?
Mm-hmm. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Could I use perception to see if I notice any insignia?
If you notice any insignia on Knight?
Yeah. Because Knight mentioned they're a soldier.
This would be
Maybe
more
I'd see some.
Human perception with it. You kind of see this more because how he carries himself more than anything else. Okay. Not bad. So you get the understanding pretty quick because you've lived in this life for a time. So you glance over kind of the way he's carrying himself, and you, from just those really subtle cues, the way that he carries his weight, the way that he kind of analyzes the room once he walks in. This man is absolutely trained by some level of military. Like, you're not sure which, because Knight, I don't know, Knight, are you wearing any kinds of logos or things that would tell who you were affiliated with prior to this, or no? Bill?
Oh, so sorry. You said Knight. My apologies.
I did. Yeah.
I'm just so used to Ark.
I know. With this, that'll smooth out over the next session or two. I know.
Nothing visible. Not even his face is visible through his helmet. I know the rat kind of gives off that you can see his face. You can't really see any expressions or anything. He's decked out. He's got light metal gear on and a rifle.
Yeah, that alone actually is like saying a big something to you, Whiskey.
Can we help you?
Oh, he's just gonna point to the person that brought him in. Yes, he can.
Okay, so I think that honestly tells me, because I'm like, you're either deaf or mute, and I'm like, okay, so you're mute. So that tells me a lot. Okay.
Yeah, you can 100% hear you.
Sweet. Ma'am?
And she kind of nods, and she says, and you could tell under the way she's talking, I'm not going to try and replicate it because I would be offensive without intending to be. But you can hear that very slight kind of slurring of the speech that happens when someone doesn't have like perfect hearing. But she just says, my name is Dahlia. I'm a friend.
There's a lot of friends.
Knight will is there like, is the floor dirty? Is there anything he could just like draw on like immediately?
So there is a small whiteboard in one corner of the room here with a set of markers in front of it. There appears to be a couple of things notated on the board, but there's enough white space that you wouldn't need to erase any of it.
Yeah, Knight will walk right up to that and point at all three of you and put a question mark on the board.
I love this.
We are also friends.
Knight will kind of look at I'm sorry, was somebody?
I was just gonna say Tomo's just gonna kind of look back and forth and not really like knowing that they just went through some shit, but not understanding why he's kind of being cagey with info. So Tomo's just gonna kind of step forward and extend his hand to shake. It's like, Tomo.
Knight will look at it and then he'll reach out and shake their hand and just nod his head, but like the one nod, not the nod.
You just hear like Whiskey kind of say to Scrappy, I'm not used to having this many people be friendly by default.
Knight will...
By where we've landed, Whiskey, I think everyone's going to be a friend while we're here. Just accept the fact that we're all the F word right now.
Yeah, we're all... It's taking everything in my power not to say we're all fucked.
I mean, we're that too.
Knight is going to point to himself and write his name on the whiteboard.
Knight. All right. I'm gonna follow Tomo's example and put my hand forward and just say Whiskey.
Do I notice any of like tattoos or military stuff from them? From Whiskey?
I do have tattoos.
You do.
And Scrappy also has a light tattoo, probably somewhere on her shoulder.
Yeah, I'll say I have a staff of Caduceus on my left arm that I've extended out.
How was that?
The staff with the twin snakes that are coiling?
I'm familiar with that. I'm wondering how it's almost. Oh my god! I have to stop myself so many times. How Knight would react. I don't think there was any friction between his. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Especially with that. Yeah, he'll shake your hand and nod.
Radical. Okay. So, where's Un and Ares actually?
So Ares is one of the members of these kind of clusters of people near the back of the room, and they're kind of watching as the four of you kind of introduce yourselves to each other, mostly to Knight at this point. But Un does not appear to be in the room. You're guessing they're probably up at the top of the stairs. Because that seems to be kind of where they were positioning, as if to be a lookout against what you don't know. So, but the fact that they feel as though they need a lookout for this place is telling.
Well, Whiskey, I don't know about you, Guy, and Knight. I'm gonna go have a conversation with Un to figure out exactly what that message was for.
Okay.
So, but yes, Knight, I'm scrappy. I'm a little beat up at the moment. Mind the crappiness.
Knight will just
And I'll-
nod, just politely almost.
And I'll walk by, tap you on the shoulder twice, and walk up the stairs.
His gaze will just kind of follow you, not just because all he can really do is look around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's the lady that came in with Naya?
Dahlia.
Dahlia.
That's
right.
what I was saying. Yeah,
Thank you.
she was speaking with that very slightly slurred speech that people who don't have perfect hearing kind of get when they learn to talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Dahlia.
Okay. I need to find out what this place's deal is, because I don't believe in saints.
Yeah, Knight will point at Tomo and Whiskey and draw on the whiteboard like a lock.
What?
Sorry, more like a connecting chain.
Oh, like a chain link?
Mm-hmm. With a question mark.
Oh, like are we coming with?
He shakes his head no.
Tag. Tomo, help me out here, man.
I don't know. While you guys play 20 questions, the kind of shit you guys just stirred up isn't a storm that usually blows over. So I think I'm gonna follow Scrappy and see what she can drag out of what the fuck is going on here.
I'm assuming Scrappy is walking slow enough because of getting her bearings that she could hear these questions being asked.
Yeah, well, and you're still a little unsteady on your feet because as much as they've been splinted, there is some of that unsteadiness still. Like, okay, is this going to cause me shooting pain? No, okay. So you're kind of automatically kind of taking your time a little more than you normally would to move across the room.
And I'll look at the whiteboard, see this chain link.
With the name, I should say, Knight wrote the names down of Tomo, Whiskey, and Knight, and a question mark.
Oh.
You're wanting to link up.
Question mark.
Sure.
All right, I'll just say it. He's wondering why we're all connected.
Oh.
Well, it being as me and Whiskey are here, and from what I can tell, Tomo, you're a sea nomad, and sea nomads don't come inland for no reason. And Knight here is the strong but silent type. The only thing I could imagine would probably be our two dead chooms and maybe Lilith, I think.
That gets
Those are the only things.
Sorry.
Scrappy's scratching her head as she's still wobbling, kind of looking around like, I think that's right.
Yeah, you immediately grab Knight's attention with Lilith. Well, because he'd already heard about her name prior.
Wait, you know Lilith?
Head nod. Yes.
All right.
As it all come back to that bitch.
She's the one who pointed me to you guys.
I'll write Ark's name, and then the X across Ark's name and a question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ark did his best to try and make sure we got out of there.
Mm-hmm.
This visibly upsets Knight. He just kind of scratches his head and kind of leans it over and looks around a little bit.
To put it blunt for you, Knight, we went after the convoy. We clearly bit off more than we could chew. And Ark was the one that decided to try and catch the bullet first.
He just kind of solemnly nods. Just so then, he Lilith's name still on the board. He'll point at that.
Yeah.
Yep. The job came from her, and I'm pretty sure most of us could speak that we're all a little tight on eds.
Yeah, but like hell, I'm going back to her for money.
As far as I'm concerned, and Whiskey has seen this stern face on Scrappy before when she's determined to either fix something, or break someone. That bitch owes me a pair of legs. Let alone whatever psychological trauma you're dealing with right now, Whiskey. And Scrappy will just fly into a huff and once again start waddling off to try and find Un.
Yeah. So you wander up the stairs to the street level again, and Un is there again, seeming to scroll on their holophone. And when they hear the door kind of creak as it's kind of half open, their eyes dart up to meet yours, Scrappy. And they just say, with a smile, "Finally awake?"
As awake as I can be, with a couple of hairline fractures and compound fractures, probably.
We'll get Aussie down here. She'll look at you. She should be coming by sometime in the next hour.
Is that a Ripper Doc?
She's the closest thing we have. She knows her way around fixing people up. She can synth a pharmaceutical or two. But yeah, she's kind of our medic.
At this point, Un, the questions I have for you: what did you mean by waking up from a dream? Are you talking about removing cyberware or something?
And you could see Un kind of stares down at the ground for a moment and kind of glances back up at you and just says, "There are all kinds of ways we deceive ourselves. And how do you know that what you're seeing in front of you isn't something fabricated, a lie?"
Look, man, I'm all for like crazy drug trips or philosophies or whatever else, but what you need to be blunt and straightforward. What are you trying to convey? Are you trying to open up my mind? Trying to pull me into a cult? Just be honest and straightforward. Because I don't have time for this shit.
And you can see that they struggle for a moment. I'm not the right one to tell you what you want to know.
Then whoever is, tell them to meet me at Ark's old place because we're gonna make something there.
What are you thinking of doing?
If we're all living, if you say a bunch of us are in a dream and we need to wake up, I think I'm going to become Lilith's personal nightmare at this point. But I mainly want to make sure Whiskey never gets hurt again. That's as far as I have right now. But there will be fury involved for what happened to Whiskey.
They nod at you and just say, everything goes so much deeper than you think, but Aussie needs to look at you first. I promise.
Well, they better bring a pair of metal legs.
Well, I can send
And
that her way.
I'll just walk back down the stairs.
Rest up, you hear from behind you.
I have a question.
Yep.
Could I have peeked around the corner and tried overhearing the conversation?
Sure. Roll me perception. Do you want it? Do you want it, Inyo?
I will spend luck.
You will burn luck. Okay, go ahead. What is
Today's
it about?
just not your day, Nyla.
Yeah, let me. So, just for the audience's comprehension, because I blocked everyone because I'm working on something. That was an 8 into a 19. The 19 is much better though. That is actually significant improvement on the rolls. So, you guys, so you get to the top. The first couple of words that are honestly pretty vapid and uninteresting in general get exchanged, and the substantive part where Scrappy asks, "What did you mean we're in a dream?" is where you come into that in terms of being able to hear it, Whiskey. And then from there, you hear pretty much the rest of the conversation. So you hear Scrappy start taking those slow steps back toward the door.
Yeah, and I'm going to stealth down.
Yep.
I'm going to just be like, I'm going to carefully go down the stairs and so as not to be heard.
And when Scrappy gets to the bottom of the stairs, hey, Knight, it seems like you're familiar with Ark, right? That's the only person that we haven't made a connection to besides Lilith.
Knight will nod his head.
All right. When I'm feeling better in a couple of days or hours, I think we should go back there.
Wait, over the table to where combat happened?
No, Ark's old hiding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ark's old hideaway.
Okay. Yeah. Knight isn't opposed to that or anything. He'll nod his head.
Because, yeah, hanging out here isn't going to get us anywhere. But I think Ark's place might probably be the safest place, even without that APC being with us. Because it's not like everyone knew where Ark was.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like it was like plastered on the ceiling or nothing, so that's true.
So, Whiskey, Tomo, I know you're new to this, but you're willing to tag along, aren't you?
I don't know. You had me at the wrath and fury against that Lilith bitch. She kind of took advantage of my boy and sent him straight into a blender. It's not like I could just stick an arrow in her eyes in the middle of her bar, but there's a line to make that an opportunity. You can believe I'm sticking around.
Knight will look at Tomo and nod at that. There's nothing to agree to, but he nods.
All right. Well, it sounds like there's another medic that's on their way here, so we can lie low for a little, and Scrappy will literally fall asleep and fall to the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, everything's set up. Energy gone.
Yeah.
When that happens, I'm going to put Scrappy. I'm going to use the cryo pump.
Mm.
And I'm going to do treatment on the legs, not a quick fix.
Oh, okay, cool. Roll me a paramedic check then. Let me get back to the roll menu. Let me now reveal the game board again. There we go. Awesome. Hell yeah, okay. The first leg is fixed. And then the second leg is also fixed. So over the course of the next, 8 hours. So pretty much running right up against the edge of your surge by the time it's done. You've managed to repair both of Scrappy's legs.
Yeah. So
Scrappy, you no longer have your critical injuries. They are
just
gone.
that fucking good.
Yay, I can walk normal speed again.
Yeah. Technically, you could once Whiskey quick fix them as well, but yeah, it was something where it's like, you're splinted. Splints still affect that mobility somewhat.
Yeah.
So, about halfway through you working on this, another woman appears wearing what appears to be like a faded and kind of scuffed looking trauma team uniform. But over the Red Cross that is part of their logo has been emblazoned another one of these rainbow flags. And as she kind of enters the space, she glances at Scrappy and then at you, Whiskey, and she says, bad time?
No. Hey, listen, could you grab me that thing over there?
And she glances up. Where are you pointing? Like, what are you?
I'm pointing at like some forceps or whatever.
Yeah, and she hands them over to you.
Appreciate it. Whiskey.
And Aussie.
Oh, you're the medic. Okay, cool. That means you can be helpful.
Oh my god.
Whiskey is ADHD brained and very like, I need to finish this one task or else it's never getting done.
Certainly not inspired by true events, right?
No. I would never. Look, I need you to hold this part for me really quick and do not move. Okay, like if you move, she's paralyzed forever.
What? And
Yeah.
you can see Aussie has like grabbed it before you finished saying that. She hasn't moved, but she's like very much staring down at the open leg.
Beautiful, you're doing great. A former combat medic. It's just my style.
I see. Well, you know, I brought a bag full of speed heals, and Un said something about needing a set of metal legs.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if she'll be needing them, but I'll take the speed heals.
Yeah. And you could see she's like staring down her hands, which are very much holding the instrument that you've just given her steady. And she says, they're in my bag if you wanted to grab them before this is... Finish this first.
Nah. I could use a speed heal. And Whiskey's gonna go over there and inject the speed heal into herself.
Yeah. Cool. Will plus body is yours. So this is... This is for you.
36. Yeah, because I was a 22 beforehand.
Yeah, so it'd be plus 14, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll take the other speed heal and inject it into Scrappy.
Cool. So for Scrappy, that is 14, so you'll go back to 15 whole hit points. Scrappy, that does not improve your wound threshold much, but it's something. So yeah, so you go over tap and then finish kind of the surgery. And so once you're done, Aussie looks at you and just like, all right, and your eyes are looking little... I can't tell if it's out of it or tired or both. Are you okay? And she's looking at you, Whiskey, as she says this.
Oh, say that again? Sorry.
She says your eyes are looking a little, I don't know, out of it or tired or maybe both. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm on surge.
How long has it been since you took your dose?
I don't know. I took it around like midnight. It's like fucking what, 9 a.m. now? So like
No, it's much later in the day now. You guys have been fucking around here for a little while. It's like 5 or 6 p.m. now. Like
yeah, so we're 18 hours.
Find somewhere comfortable. I've got your friend over here.
You're a peach, you know that.
The come down on that is gonna hit like a truck, I believe.
Oh, I'm expecting it, but these legs aren't gonna fix themselves.
I've got your friend here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and so with that said, Scrappy, as you kind of begin to come to as the cryo bag is once again vented, the pain in your legs is gone. Even some of the dull aches around your midsection where you took bullets and things have faded somewhat. Like the aches are definitely still there, but it could be way worse. And as a matter of fact, before it was far worse. So again, warm consciousness washes over you, and now you feel that slight bit better.
And all right. I'm sick and tired of being put in that cryo bag. Just saying.
And Aussie looks down at you and she just says, yeah, your friend insisted that that leg of yours get fixed properly. I don't know.
Take it you're the Aussie chick, huh?
Yep, that's me. I'm a friend.
All of you keep saying that and it's making me really uncomfortable. But regardless, the metal legs, where are they?
Oh, I do have them, but that friend of yours, Whiskey, I think she said you might not need them.
Let me take a looky, Lou.
And she reaches over into a like clearly well scuffed up, like used to the point that it's like beginning to wear out around the edges. trauma team case, inside of which, as she opens it up, you see two fairly new looking cyber legs. She says they're just medical grade. I wasn't sure kind of what we would be dealing with, but they'll get the job done.
Okay. This is a great start. I need to know, is there a high level tech in this part of town?
This. Well, you may have been unconscious when you got here. This is the slums, honey. We don't have high level
better.
Anything this side of town.
That makes it even better. All right. That puts me officially the highest dog on the cheer list, I think.
Well, except for the Hex Weavers, maybe.
That's what I wanted to hear. Where are they?
Well, they're not exactly friendly. They are usually the ones that have demands of the rest of us here. I don't know if what you're looking to have done is something I would have done by a Hex Weaver.
Let's just say a collaboration might be in order. And I will scoop up these two medical cyber legs, throw them in my own carry-all bag. You can start me a tab.
So, am I understanding you're really going to try to contact or meet with the Hex Weavers, or?
If necessary. And if I die, I die. At least whiskey will be okay.
Those are some... They're dangerous people. Really dangerous people.
Dangerous people can make great friends. In some situations.
They're no friends of ours.
Then be glad you're not going to be involved. All right. Just point me in the direction of where they are, and I can deal with them on my own time.
They have started to kind of pop up along Pacifica. There's a small church, Haitian Pacifica Bible, I think it's called, north side of the district.
Cool. I'll know what to look for next time I'm down here. But for right now, thank you, Ozzy, for being an actual friend.
Of course. I mean, look, I try to keep us alive.
Now, you could probably help out all four of us in... Do you guys have any spare vans that we could use? Or I could just prepare and take?
I mean, there's a handful of vehicles that we borrowed.
Borrowed or borrowed, as I aggressively do quotation marks.
Look, the Voodoo Boys were never really gonna miss them after we painted over all their glyphs and things. They're too busy dealing with the Hex Weavers now anyway. So we may have creatively acquired a car, van, and a truck a few weeks back.
Them. Got it.
Yeah, you could say that.
Then I will uplift your uplift, and I will take that van, because me and my comrades have places to go, and we would rather not have you get found by the things that were probably following us.
Fair enough. Your friend, the Whiskey, she should probably stay here for the moment.
Yeah, it'll take me a couple of hours to fix up the van.
Yeah, and maybe all of you rest here tonight, just so whatever's looking for you doesn't find you.
I've rested enough being in and out of that cryo bag.
And yet your wounds are still there.
Bubbles didn't call me a quitter.
Bubbles may have overburdened you.
Oh, well.
Whoever they are.
And at that point, I will look at Tomo and Knight, wherever they may be in this space, if they're still hanging around, if they're not taking a nap. And I will ask them directly, are you willing to ride with me and wait here for a couple of hours while I fix a car?
The only thing that would probably improve my mood more than getting a shot off on Lilith right now would be accidentally stumbling into some booster gangers to slap around. So I'm down to kick it.
Knight nods in agreement with Tomo.
Hell yeah.
All right. Then, Tomo, Knight, could you watch over Whiskey and make sure she gets some sleep? I'll come get you when I have a car up and running for us to hop in, and she can sleep in the back.
So I have 6 hours on Surge, right?
Yeah, you've got a remaining 6 hours, so you will retain consciousness for at least the next 6 hours.
Beautiful. It is time to have some strong words about this whole protecting Whiskey business. So, Scrappy, we should talk. We should have that talk.
Well,
got about 5 hours on this search, you know. I intend to make it worth it.
Well, you and I can go have a conversation while I'm working on our ride out of here.
I think we should have it now.
You know I talk better when I'm working.
Well, too bad. What's this protecting Whiskey business?
I looked you up when I met you when we left Arizona to come here.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen some shit.
Okay. Look. First things first, I'm not going to be treated like a fucking wallflower. Alright?
Well, too fucking bad.
No, too fucking bad for you. Alright? I'm not asking.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not asking either. I've lost one family before. You're the start of the next one. I'm not gonna lose that to some bullshit.
Didn't ask for that. Alright? My life is my own. Alright? Respect my fucking autonomy.
Yeah. And you're better alive to use that autonomy, right?
I'm alive now because of me. Alright? I've been doing a pretty damn fine job keeping myself alive. And I don't need you to keep me alive. I can stand on my own 2 damn feet. All right.
Yeah, and the only way I'm going to protect you to protect yourself is if I get big and scary, because I'm sick and tired of being the goddamn runt of the litter.
Well, if you want to improve yourself, that's your thing. But don't use me as a reason. That's unfair.
How is it unfair?
Because I never consented to it. All right? If you want to improve for yourself, that's great. Go for it. Please. But I don't need protecting. Everyone's seen some shit. I'm not special. No, nor will I pretend to be.
You are special to me, Whiskey.
Christ.
I wouldn't have made it here for the few months that I've been living here without you covering my ass from scams and gangers and other kinds of shit.
I'm telling you right now, it feels like you're taking pity on me.
I ain't taking pity on fucking anyone. The Jodes absorbed my family in Arizona, and then I got forgotten about. I'm making sure I'm not forgotten about again.
Okay. As long as we're being honest with ourselves.
So yes, I want to make sure you're alive so that way you can watch me grow old and you can call me an old fart.
Oh, I'm not dying anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
Well, then you're gonna be my old fart, you crotchety old bitch.
Yeah. As long as we're on the same page.
Good. I love you. Now let me go work on the goddamn car.
Yeah.
And Scrappy will just walk off in a direction.
And Aussie looks, did you miss the part where I said you should probably rest?
Yeah, give it a few hours, sweetheart. It'll come for me. That sweet demon sleep.
That sweet demon sleep. Oh my god. So let me have a look here. Because I need a quick map here. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, let me see, and also how long have we got left? Okay, we are winding down, nearing the end of our time. And I'll be honest, I don't want to start anything serious with only 20 minutes left on the clock. That said, Scrappy, as you kind of walk up to get back to the street level, Un is still sitting there. This time they appear to be kind of glancing around, kind of keeping an eye out. And they seem a little more on edge than the last time you were up here. They look at you and say, I thought you were gonna maybe rest a little bit after everything today. Though your legs are looking a little bit better.
There ain't no rest for a redhead. And I have a car to fix.
Oh no. Did Aussie tell you about the the view of those things that we took from the voodoo. Oh, fuck me. Okay, well, we're keeping him in a garage, a little further up the road here, little slum garage, just over on the north end of George Washington. So, look, that whole area is crawling with hex weavers. I don't know that I would in good conscience recommend going that way. Not alone, at least.
Well, as Ozzy informed me, the Hex Weavers are probably the highest level tech people here in the slums.
They are also brutally efficient net runners, and the kind that don't really deal with anyone but themselves.
Well, my goals are my own, to make sure that I can get what I want. But you're right. I've been a little too brash, and the conversation that I just had was a little emotional, to say the least. So you're probably right. I'm probably out of my head, and I should sleep.
Give it the night. Everyone should probably take a day or so, take a breath. At least you and Whiskey, take a breath. Work off some of the wounds you took, because it's only been not even a full day. Plus, Whiskey seemed like she was a little high strung, so I'm guessing some kind of stimulants surge or something like that coursing through her veins.
Yeah. But why? I was up here earlier, and now you're really, really jumpy. Why?
It's always at times like this when the Weavers start to crawl. Or the Voodoo Boys. Sometimes, if we're really unlucky, both of them. And they'll clash just over there. And they point over to a plaza just across the street. It's been a bloody couple weeks.
Not even a block away, huh?
They kind of control things down here. Till a couple months ago, I would have said the Voodoo Boys are the ones who ran things, but all of a sudden, a couple of the refugees they had working over in Pacifica got a little tired of some of the stuff that got reported on the Voodoo Boys, some of the rituals they were doing, some of the people that they were hurting. They didn't take so kindly to their beliefs and things being twisted that way. So, next thing you know, a few months down the road now, they've got their own little booster gang. Yeah. And they make some of the things that those Voodoo Boys would do look like child's play.
Wow. Hopefully, when we go to address the uplifted vehicles that the Voodoo Boys didn't need anymore, hopefully there'll be a way killing each other.
Hopefully. But I wouldn't count on it. I'd be really careful. Don't go in half-cocked.
At this point, I'm half broken anyway. There's no difference there.
Case in point,
But
take the rest. Take a day or two. Come back to something approaching, health, well-being.
and then being a little defeated and winded, Scrappy will go find a comfy place to curl up in that's right next to whiskey.
Well, and Ares, when you finally come back downstairs, looks at you, Whiskey, and then as you kind of re-enter here, you as well, Scrappy. Just says, if you two need a place to lay low after this morning, we've got a couple of cots that we could roll out, some sleeping gear, if that would be helpful.
Yeah.
That would be preferable to the floor.
Yeah.
And I guess Tomo and Knight could probably hang out here too, because no reason for them to get instantly associated with us.
Yeah, well, and Tomo and Knight, obviously you guys, if there is anything that you would want to be doing during this day or two of rest, this would kind of count as downtime for you guys. So you can do what you want to do, or if there are things you want to pursue during that time, you can do that.
I imagine since this is the holophone stuff, we have the built-in HUD. I imagine there's augmented reality shit that's just kind of baked into those.
Yeah.
So since it would probably be pretty easy to find off a public listing or whatever, take Lilith's image, a headshot of her, and project it onto the fucking wall in the alleyway, and he's just out there practicing his shots. He's doing his full kudo stance shots, practicing it on the old abandoned decaying brick structures, just making sure he can make his arrows sink into brick each time.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just kind of preparing. And then Knight, what would you be doing in the space of time that kind of exists here?
He's got that schematic he'd like to work on, I assume. Or do I need a bench for that?
You don't really need a bench if you're just inventing. Most of that is something you're doing on a holophone or a computer or something like that. So you could just be doing that with your holophone, just working out the theory and making sure the simulation works. Because that's largely what invention does. So you are, just so that we're clear for the audience, what is it that you are working to invent?
I am working on a armor modification.
Oh.
That is to make it not -3 to my moved dex and reflexes.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So, and your end goal for this is just to reduce the penalties by 1, or
can I shoot for more? Can I do 2?
You could do 2. If you're going for a reduction of 1, I would value this at 500 eddies, meaning when you ultimately build it, you need to spend 100. If you're going for 2, we're bumping that. It'd come up to 1,000, because that is a pretty big penalty reduction.
I see. Okay. I'll do
and
the number.
Then yeah, building it would be at 500. Because that's the other thing is the DVs would be different. So the DV to invent the -1 is 21. The other would be 24, I believe. I'll double check that real quick. But are you saying you would just go with the -1?
-2, but I definitely -2. I'd rather shoot for the -2, but
okay.
I need to pay to
You don't pay to invent. You don't pay to invent.
Oh, okay.
This is just setting the values of when you ultimately will build it.
Okay.
So let me. There's my tag.
And I'll burn all my luck on my roll, by the way.
Hell
I don't think it's applied to my character sheet just yet.
Your luck's on your character sheet.
No, the tech doesn't.
Oh, did I not add? No, I added tech to your character sheet.
Oh, there is.
It's under roll. So when you look at where like your handle is, it'll say
dumb.
solo underneath that. But if you actually click the roll tab, it'll also show you like your tech roll abilities.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So so this would be if you're shooting for the bigger one, it is a DV24. So in the event you roll this and you botch this, so you don't make it, you still need to waste half that time you normally need to be successful, which is so normally if you're successful, this will take 2 weeks of downtime to actually invent. Even if you fail, you need to waste a full week of time working on this before you can start another project. Because at that point is when you realize, oh no, this isn't working out. I need to start from scratch again. So just be aware of that before you're starting either of these, those are the rules.
Absolutely.
Okay. So still shooting for the more difficult?
Yes.
Bet. All right.
Send it.
Math quick. So you said what was the DV for the high one?
It'd be 24.
24. And we have, and this would be a
basic tech.
Basic tech check.
But you'd roll it with your invention expertise. So you also get a bonus from invention expertise.
Gotcha.
You just have to enter that one in manually.
No, you can. So if you go to your roll tab, you can click invention expertise, and it'll ask you which skill you want to roll with it.
I've been doing it completely manually. No.
Yeah, now you know. But hey, we're only on episode 4. There's plenty of episodes left for you to do it right.
14. And it's a D10.
Yep.
It's 24. I burned 6 luck.
Yep.
So that puts me up to.
That puts you at so I believe you need, if you're burning all your luck with your expertise point, because it's a base 14 for basic tech for you, right? And then you add 1 for the specialization you're using, so that's a 15. And then you're adding 6 luck, so you're rolling with a base of 21 effectively. So you only need to roll a 4 or higher on this for it to be successful.
Damn, I'm still gonna lose. Let's do it. I'm ready. So I'll just click invention expertise and we're just gonna roll it.
Invention expertise, and then it'll just have you from a drop down select basic tech.
There we go. Basic tech. Here we go. Luck 6. Really rank 1. All right, y'all. Say goodbye.
You got this.
Yeah!
Oh shit!
Let's go.
Dude, the vibes were there, man.
The vibes were there. You're on your way to inventing this thing, so now you just need to spend enough of your time working toward this for it to be considered invented, and then you can work to fabricate it.
Absolutely. Okay, that's perfect.
So in line with this actually, on your journal, Bill, I'm going to add a tech tracker page so that we keep this in mind. So how many days, because I know, Nyla, I believe Whiskey needs to spend a full day after Surge, right? Actually resting?
I don't believe so, actually.
How long does the Surge require you sleep?
I don't remember seeing one. Or, I mean, I'm checking right now. So Surge, when injected with this dose of Surge, a target can function unimpaired without sleep for a full 24 hours. A person can only benefit from 1 use of Surge per week. It doesn't say anything about after, like, you're on Surge.
So you just need to... So you would... Okay, but yeah, so afterward you would still need to sleep. But I think you're kind of forced to sleep at that point then, right?
I mean, it doesn't say anything. I always just assumed it's like, you don't need to sleep for that night.
You don't need to sleep for that night, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Afterwards, it sounds like you might have to sleep 8 hours.
Yeah, you just don't have any prescribed amount of sleeping that you need to do. So yeah, 8 hours would be a normal night's sleep.
Yeah.
So
I'd go to sleep the next night at a normal time.
and just pass the fuck out. Yeah. I mean, relatively normal. You'd be going to bed around midnight when the surge finally crashes off and suddenly you just feel extremely sleepy. It's like me when I have to take one of my muscle relaxants. All of a sudden you're like, I'm drowsy and just die.
Yeah.
Like,
no, exactly.
Yeah, it's real. So how many days then would, between Whiskey, Scrappy, how many days each would you want to rest before we continue doing stuff to allow yourself some recovery? Because both of you I know are injured.
You recover body every day?
Body every day. Yep.
I'd say a couple of days for me.
What about you?
I'm good with 2 because Scrappy's on a mission.
2? Okay. So is 2 good enough for you as well, Whiskey?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I will give you 2 days toward your tech there, Bill. So if you check your journal now, you will have a thing noting how long you have to work.
Ooh, could I actually ask Ozzy to cure me of my whiplash?
And yeah, she would just say, "Oh, absolutely. What are friends for?" And she would come over, and I will have her roll a paramedic check. Yeah, easy.
Could I, really quick, I know we're running up to the end of session, but could I just quickly human percept this friend's business? I'm like, is this like religious doctrine, or
I can feel everyone being deeply bothered by this, and that makes me so happy. But yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness.
This is alien to me.
Yeah, no, these guys just seem really friendly.
I don't know. It gives me those We Happy Few vibes. They've all taken their joy.
Beautiful. I'm so glad that you rolled a 1 on that. Makes me so happy.
Yeah, what the fuck is y'all's deal with this friends shit? And just kind of leave it at that.
Everyone needs a friend.
Okay, that makes it worse.
See, everyone needs a friend, but Whiskey's my friend. Mine. No one else's friend. Mine.
My friend. Suddenly Scrappy getting extremely possessive of Whiskey. Oh, man. But yeah, so there will be 2 days worth of downtime in which Scrappy, Whiskey are resting. So given that there are 2 days prescribed, I know Knight will be working for those 2 days to invent his thing. So this leaves us just the brief question then of Toma. What are you going to use those 2 days pursuing, other than just obviously just the practice and
the
stuff.
Revenge plot. Because I want to try and I guess that would make it a role worth doing. I want to try and creep around, like wait till there's times where people are just out and about or whatever, and try and like papers on desks, like take the trash out for somebody, and if there was a paper laying on top, take a look at it real quickly. Because there's something funky going on here. But if I try and ask them about it, that just really lets them know that I know something.
Or that you're suspicious, yeah.
Yeah. Because part of me is wondering, like, man, that's like scripted to NPC levels. I wonder if they're bots. What happens if I just say, no, I'm not friendly? Are they just gonna, like, red eyes machete hands me?
I'm imagining
Fascinating little bit of guesswork you're doing there. You can, so a lot of them have holophones, and it seems like they check them with a degree of regularity. Especially Un. Un always seems to kind of have their holophone out. So you could, theoretically, roll stealth and try to glance over one of their shoulders when they're kind of not paying attention.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what I can learn.
Yeah. All right. So, and this might sound a little excessive, but I promise you it's kind of worth it. You're going to burn a day of your downtime, kind of just like hanging out, trying to act nonchalant, but every so often glance. And
Yeah, it's
see.
creeping around, but if I see
Yeah.
any sort of opportunity, I'm kind of leaning a little too far to try and notice anything.
Just what do you got? What are going on over there? Yeah. So, on these holophones, when the people are checking them, several of the times you look, it is literally just communications amongst each other, checking on things like, hey, how much food have we got? You know, oh, there's supposed to be a shipment coming in of meds, who's going to go retrieve it, and then the conversation of who's going out. Pretty normal stuff for a group that seems to be kind of self-organized this way, right? It's Oon's agent, or not agent, holophone in particular, that has something really interesting on it. They're messaging someone simply identified as E, with a little caller ID photo that are two mirrors, like a set of mirror shades, essentially. And the message you see them exchange before you kind of have to glance away because you can kind of feel that urge that Oon might be looking in your direction any time, is, we've gathered them. You're sure that this is going to work? And E simply responds with, yeah, it has to. We're out of options.
Well, that is not good. So the first thing that I'm going to do, because the people who need to rest, I'd wait until like the end of the period to like bring it up to them. But I would probably try and lean in and make it look like I'm kind of just look at whatever he's working on. But I'm not afraid to tell him because I know he's not going to tell anybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay down and get him, mumble to him. So, over it looks like they're 3 liters shoulder. I got an eye at their hollow. They gathered. They're talking about they gathered us for something. I think it just means the other two, but I'll let them know when they wake up. I just figured we're both going to be hanging around. We should kind of know what we're in for.
And that would have been directed at you, Knight. Just to be clear.
Son of a bitch. Okay, I'm so arc-pilled. Yeah, he will absolutely nod and not put up any kind of. He believes Tomo 100%.
Yep, and I would just kind of leave him with that, so he's got the heads up until everybody else is kind of rested up and ready to move to the car, and then I would do like a secondary briefing once we get to that point of like, as we're about to head out, it's like, hey, so now that we are all kind of away from them, I don't think they're very friendly. I got to look over their leader's shoulder when they were messaging somebody, some dude E, and they got some kind of plan for gathering you guys. I doubt they expected us to come, but they're happy you guys are here.
Fucking knew something. Shit was going. Freaking.
Yeah, it definitely was fishy from the get-go when, oh, the message was for you. I'm like, bitch, that message was on a Maelstrom Gong's computer. How the fuck could it have been for me?
Alright, I look back at Tomo and at Knight. So you two can fight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Knight nods.
I've got your back if anything happens. I trust y'all way more than the fucking friendly faces back there.
Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of shooting people in the face, but these guys are already creepy, and it's been a rough couple days.
I got an idea. We might be able to learn a little bit more about what they actually want from us. that leader guy was pretty chummy with you guys when he brought you in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one who told, or he knows about the car, and it's their garage down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if I get him to come alone, just in case, maybe a door's locked or something that he's got to open up for us? It'd just be good if he's there, see us off.
Yeah, I'm also curious too.
And a little evil grin kind of creeps across Tomo's face.
How much do they want? And I'm gonna say this to the rest of the crew. I wonder how much they actually want us to be friends with them. Like, could we just be like, "Hey, give us money"? And they just do it. I'm just thinking out loud here, right? Like,
From the conversation that I had with Un before you fell asleep, Whiskey, I have a feeling that these people are stuck between allying with the Voodoo Boys or with these Hex Weavers. They're people that didn't want to get involved, so it sounds like they might be stuck in the middle, and they could very well be gatherers for the Hex Weavers, is the feeling that I get from.
I just wanted to come to the city and do some bodyguard work, and but here I am playing gang fucking politics and bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. That's what it is.
Well, dear, you
I fucking
get to do,
hate it here.
you get to do bodyguard work with me as your client for free.
I don't get paid.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I'll make up for it somehow. Wink, wink.
Oh,
I want money.
I want money.
That's gonna remind Tomo, and he's gonna kind of go, "Oh yeah, I almost forgot." And he's gonna pull out that crumpled 1080 note, take a picture of it with his hollow, and send it to Deadweight. This is all he had on him.
Damn, that's awesome.
Deadweight just responds back with, he didn't even have his dad's shitty sword.
Oh nope! Look, he got stripped by the time I got to the gonks that he fell into the car of.
Tomo, give me the sword. We can pose with it.
No, we don't want him to know that he has it. I'm keeping those.
But it
That old man can get bent.
Yeah, true.
Well, on that note, as we leave off today's session in the presence of friends, I would like to award everybody a solid 60 IP for the introduction of some new faces to the crowd, and honestly some just fun little roleplay. We had a fun little roleplay session.
How much are you doing?
60.
60.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
We had ourselves a fun little roleplay session. It's very interesting to meet Knight and to get a sense for a mute character and how they kind of factor into a largely speaking and verbally communicative kind of crew.
I would love to make this a thing right at the get-go. The charades will not be a habit or something I do. I wanted to, just for that first one, to give like this is the struggle that the characters are going to go through. There's not going to be like,
brother,
guess what I'm saying, her. Like,
brother, I'm taking a rank of language ASL next session.
Oh, awesome!
I'm so excited for that because that's very much this
that's
is what
tactically good over the table.
it is.
Yeah.
No, there's someone once brought it up, and this is just a slight hint for those of you on YouTube and Spotify who watch this recorded about the sort of things we talk about in the post game. But I heard one time, it's been a while now, that there are people who are really surprised that more just people in general, but especially younger people, haven't taken to learning ASL to just be able to silently encoded, communicate in a coded way with one another. Because it's something that so few people, especially from older generations, understand well, that it's knowing that is such a powerful tool for a whole lot of reasons. So yeah, it's really fun to have a character that knows ASL at the table.
And as a random thought, just another buff of being in the 60s now, because we've all got like the phones in our heads and the kind of heads-up display. Once we're a more tight-knit crew and we've got that usual group chat thing going, if you want to speak to us, you can literally just have it be like text in the group chat, so it'll just be text that scrolls up over our eyes when you want to speak.
There's also that.
Right.
So you do have a method of direct communication instead of having to have a whiteboard. Like, it's fun for the first thing, but you're right. Like, going on.
No, that'll be frustrating. No, I am aware.
There's ways
but
to sidestep that in extreme
I get to have a
cases.
little fun. I wanted to have a little fun with one charades.
No.
It
was a cute bit. I enjoyed it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
That leads to the. I don't mind telling him because I know he's not going to tell anybody.
Yeah. But anyway, YouTube and Spotify, as always, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, really appreciate you being with us. I hope all of you have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay healthy, stay safe, and until we see each other again, peace, guys.